Well, it's a rematch opening night when Post 70 Asheville defeated Post 21 Burke 3-0 in what shaped up to be quite the pitcher's duel between Jackson Pavone of the Cardinals and Caden Michaels of Burke County. But there's a different set of aces in the stack tonight with Grayson Payne and Cohen Christian on the bump, respectively. Post 21 fields one of the stronger rosters they've had in years, at least on paper. However, they remain winless at 0-4, and it might not get any easier for them as the Asheville offense has woken up this past week, scoring a combined 19 runs in their last 2 games. However, Post 70 has lost a chunk of their roster this week thanks to the state games, so if Burke is primed to strike, there's no better time than now to pull the upset. It's our first time at historic Shuey Park, so stay tuned for the Area 4 Senior Legion baseball broadcast next.
Baseball University of the Blue Ridge welcomes you to the American Legion streaming series presented by Papa's and Beer, authentic Mexican grill of Hendersonville. I'm Hunter Street, and I was Ryan Cook, and we're live from historic Shuey Park for a North Carolina American Legion Area 4 matchup between Asheville Post 70 and Burke County Post 21. And we want to thank Papa's and Beer for being our headline sponsor. A quick word from them.
Papa's and Beer first opened their doors in 2001 with a simple mission to serve great, affordable, California-inspired Mexican food. Come enjoy their award-winning flavor with a quick lunch, relaxed dinner with friends, or a festive meal with a large group in their spacious dining room. For a cozy night in, takeout is available. Head over to 1821 Asheville Highway in Hendersonville or check out the menu on papasandbeerhendo.com. Thank you to Papa's and Beer for sponsoring the American Legion Baseball streaming series.
Oh, man, it's making me hungry, but we're hungry for some competitive baseball as well. So we're going to jump right into it here. Asheville Post 70, bit of a hot streak, but let's take you into a little bit in depth into last year, the coach's background, etc. So this is Chris Decker's 7th year at Post 70, 4th straight as the head coach. There was an intermediate break there where he went over to Henderson County Post 77 for 2 years, 21 and 22. Before then, he was assistant coach at Post 70. So that was 28-20, and then took over the helm again in 23. Burke County, this is Matt Baker's 8th year as the Burke County Post 21. One of their coaches, his 4th season as the head coach. He's also the head coach at Patton High School and has been for a few years now. He was actually the class of 2010, so a lot of history in this neighborhood for Coach Baker. As a grad at Patton, he played second base. He was part of the NCHSAA 2A State Championship Series and the school's second year of existence. That was his junior season. Had a program record 23 wins that year, and they reached the 4th round of the 3A playoffs his senior season. So a lot of legacy here in Burke County for Coach Baker. He played for the Post 21 team in 2009. They reached the Area 4 semifinals that year, and in 2010, they actually ended up winning the Area 4 Western Division title. So no one better to understand Legion baseball than one that has played it and won as Baker has. So in 2025, very different story. Asheville making the historic run to Shelby, the World Series, winning the Area 4 championship, winning states, winning Southeast Regional. But I'll tell you, Burke, they did not make the playoffs last year. 2 teams didn't make it. It was Wilkes and Burke.
One
so
game.
Burke trying hard to reverse the curse a little bit. Only 9 teams in the standings this year. There's how it settled last year, so they missed it by 1 game. And then Rutherford, they got that 8th spot last year. It's who Asheville beat in the first round. This year, again, they got a talented team, but off to a tough start. Burke County currently 0-4. And Asheville on a bit of a hot streak now. They're 5-2 with wins over Caldwell and Cherryville last week. So again, Burke still looking for that first win so far this year. I was going to say, who did they play so far this year? Burke County has losses to Asheville on opening night. Then they lost to Shelby, Gaston, and then Gastonia. So trying to break the streak. Last week, big wins for Asheville, 8-7 over Cherryville. Then a big rout, 11-1 versus a strong Caldwell team that had a lot of those South Caldwell kids coming back from it. So let's go ahead and talk a little bit about our pregame sponsor, Iron Outdoors. We want to thank them for being our pregame sponsor and a sponsor of us for 3 seasons now. So let's go ahead and give you a word from them.
Ion Outdoors makes backyard dreams come true. With over 2 decades of experience, the Ion Outdoors team knows exactly how to bring your vision to life. They specialize in creating stunning, functional, and durable poolscapes, patios, outdoor kitchens and bars, and other hardscaping projects. Ion Outdoors' commitment to innovation and their close collaboration with clients guarantees outdoor experiences that seamlessly resonate with your lifestyle and home. Thank you to the Ion Outdoors team for sponsoring the American Legion Baseball Streaming Series pregame show.
Thank you to Ion Outdoors, and Ion Outdoors remind you that if you have a backyard dream, they can help make it come true. Speaking of a dream, how about the dream-like week that Blake Mitchell had for Post 23? Blake had a complete game shutout, 7 innings, 0 earned runs, 1 run. It was an unearned run. It only allowed 3 hits and 1 walk and collected 12 Ks. And that game was against Burke County. They beat them 4-1. So Blake, a 27 grad, a rising senior at North Gaston High School. And with a line like that, we definitely want to get him on our radar because 12 Ks, 7 innings, man, that's a great strikeout percentage.
Well, Area 4 is looking to heat up play here in the middle of June. Asheville on that 2-game winning streak, like Ryan said. 1 game back of first. We'll show you those standings coming up. Burke County looking to grab their first win. They are 0-4. They've only played area games so far, but
that's one thing we talked about a little bit on the ride down here. It's like there is a bit of a discrepancy about teams like picking up out of conference versus those that just play in conference, you know. So it is interesting to see.
Well, looking at those standings, Shelby won last night, so they jumped into a tie first with Cherryville. Asheville sitting pretty at third, trying to move back up. Maybe they'll get another win over the Post 82ers or the Post 100ers, because like we were saying, no one's got a mascot, so it's just the numbers. Rutherford and Hickory are tied at 3-3, and Caldwell as well, assuming they go off winning percentage, followed by the Gaston Braves, Gastonia Post 23, and Burke County.
I still think the Gaston Braves are a sleeper team, man. I like that roster. We were supposed to see them last week, but it got rained out. I think that game is now June 25th is the remake. But, yeah, I think Shelby, Asheville, Cherryville, they were the top 3 last year. It might shape up that way. So, well, let's talk about some of the prospects in the game.
Yeah, let's go ahead.
I was going to say, I was putting my prospect sheet list together, and there are a couple errors on here that were corrected as I arrived. We'll tell you a little bit about Asheville first. Again, you're familiar with a lot of our guys. 3 guys currently in college: Jackson Pavone, Jordan Brown, and Alex Hanna. And a lot of college commits. Grayson Payne on the bump tonight. He's at CVCC. There's 3 that we have listed uncommitted, not here. They're at state games, so we'll talk about them a little bit later. For Burke County, it's a good group here. It's one of the stronger rosters I've seen in a minute. Let's add Zeb Kuhn and Trevor Thronberg to that college commit list. They both committed recently to CVCC, so they are listed as uncommitted there, but they have made their commitment. And then a lot of current college guys, a couple from Brevard, Barger Shook, and Connor Morrison. You got Mason Mosteller from Pfeiffer, Zachary Carson from Johnson Wales, Charlotte, and then Kyle Self from Vermilion. That's up in Minnesota. So it's nice to see some kids getting out of Dodge. Again, big one there too, Caden Michaels. He swings a big stick. He threw a very good game opening night, but he will not be pitching tonight. It'll be Cohen Christian, the Mars Hill grad, on the bump. So lots of good talent collected on a Legion baseball field once again. And I think that takes us to the end of the pregame show. Sorry, guys, trying to motor through it today to catch up a little bit.
We've had a crazy long day. We had not a long ride, but just a ride that we always have to take because with all the hurricane recovery on Highway 9 coming up from Henderson County, it's still tough to get over here in a reasonable amount of time. So we got it all set up. Nice little field out here at Shuey Park. Love the scoreboard. Love how, we got so many foul lines painted. You got the foul lines, the out of play lines near the dugouts, which are actually dug out into the ground. So
it's interesting to think about, what this field may have looked like years ago, because now we got Dollar General over here and a big shopping mart, kind of like the main strip behind us, the main strip here. But you can kind of see that, what it would be like to take a step back in time here, see a game back in the 60s or 70s. Wanted to Yeah, here it is. So when I was walking up earlier today,
Of the history.
I took a picture
Give you some
of the
facts
plaque
about Shuey
here
Park.
because I was like historic Shuey Park. You keep hearing that. You see it out on the scoreboard out there.
It's official. It's American Legion baseball field. So this is for American Legion, built by it.
So here's what I read out there. So Shuey Park is a memory of Harry L. Shuey, 1904 to 1962. So died a young man, 50. Was that 58? It says he's an industrialist, civic leader, pioneer in the community recreation. He was the chairman of Morganton Recreation Committee and the president of Morganton Parks and Recreation Foundation. And Shuey dreamed of better athletic facilities for which he gave this site and initial development funds. May this park be a lasting memory to his interest in recreation. That was dedicated in 1969. So a little piece of history for you. I'm going to go ahead and give it over to the PA announcer, and when we come back after the national anthem, we'll give you lineups and defensive alignments.
Designated hitter number 9, Ty Acock. Batting fifth, the shortstop, number 15, Maddox Wright. Batting sixth, the second baseman, number 17, Jackson Pavone. Batting seventh, the first baseman, number 18, Cole Holbrook. Batting eighth, number 20, the third baseman, Jake Harvey. And batting ninth, number 3, the left fielder, Zeke Adwater. On the mound tonight, number 1, Grayson Payne. The reserves for Asheville are number 5, Nolan Worley, number 19, Henry Love, and number 21, Tristan Sumner. Post 70 is managed by Chris Decker, is assisted by Jake Raby, Will Lindsay, and Dustin Heathcox. Now let's meet the starters for Post 21. Leading off, playing center field, number 1, Zeb Kuhn. Batting second, the shortstop, number 5, Mason Mosteller. Batting third, number 12, the second baseman, Maddox Mosteller. Playing first base and batting cleanup tonight, number 19, Caden Michaels. Behind the plate for Post 21, batting fifth, number 3, Trevor Thornburg. Batting sixth on the mound tonight, number 11, Cohen Christian. The third baseman tonight's batting seventh, number 10, Aaron Duncan. Batting eighth, the left fielder, number 17, Zach Carson. And batting ninth, your right fielder, number 8, Cannon Morrison. The rest of Post 21 is Nolan Ballard, Rhett Houston, Justin Blankenship, Barger Shook, Kyle Self, and Brooks Snipes. Post 21 is coached by Matt Baker, and he's assisted by Tony Grady and Jonathan Brown. Would everyone please join me for tonight's invocation? Heavenly Father, we come together today with gratitude for the opportunity to play this game of baseball. We thank you for the coaches, players, families, umpires, volunteers, and especially the veterans whose service and sacrifices made our freedoms possible. Help us play with integrity, sportsmanship, and humility in both victory and defeat. Keep all participants safe from injury and allow this game to be a positive experience for everyone involved. In your name we pray. Amen. At this time, would the players and coaches please repeat the American Legion Code of Sportsmanship? I will keep the rules. I will keep faith with my teammates. I will keep my temper. I will keep myself fit. I will keep a stout heart in defeat. I will keep my pride under in victory. And I'll keep a sound soul, a clean mind, and a healthy body. Now at this time, would everyone rise, gentlemen, please remove your caps, face the American flag in center field for the playing of our national anthem.
All right, we'll play ball. What do we want to start with here? Got defensive alignments, or you want to go starting lineup first?
We got home defensive lineup.
All right, so getting ready for our Burke versus Asheville matchup. Here's how Burke County Post 21 is lining up tonight. It's the Mars Hill commit, Owen Christian on the bump, throwing to Trevor Thronberg. Across the infield, it's Aaron Duncan at third, Mason Mosteller at short, Maddox Mosteller at second, and Caden Michaels at first base. Then Zach Carson, Zeb Kuhn, and Cannon Morrison from left to right in the outfield. Starting lineup. For your Cardinals, we leading off is Braden Thompson in right field, JoJo Brown in center, Boone Carver, the catcher, batting third, Ty Aycock DHing tonight, cleanup spot, Maddox Wright batting fifth at shortstop, Jackson Pavone, the second baseman, batting sixth, Cole Holbrook called up from junior varsity, batting seventh, playing first base, Jake Harvey also called up, playing third base, and Zeke Atwaters, the TC recent grad, Lenore Ryan commit in the 9-hole. On the bump, we said his name. It's Cohen Christian. Had a great season. We made commentary on his little playoff run there, the way the pitch counts worked out. Cohen was the winning pitcher, I think, in rounds 1, 2, and 3 for Patton in the high school playoffs. So, mighty good arm. And I'm sure Coach Turner, Coach Honeycutt excited to bring him in next year at Mars Hill. And it's good to be back in Burke County. We're in Burke County a few times this year for the high school broadcast. They won at Freedom, and they played Watauga, and then we were at Patton for their game versus High Brighton. Supposed to open up last year's high school season at Drone. We had them scheduled with Mountain Heritage, but that game was canceled and never got back around to seeing those Wildcats again. So a little tougher season for them, moving from the Western Highlands Conference to the newly formed Western Piedmont.
Stepping in to lead off for post 70, the right fielder, number 2, Braylon Thompson.
So Braylon, good year for Brevard High School in his senior season. Still fresh in his return to the game. Just started playing baseball again a couple years ago. Very good eye at the plate. Really knows how to control the zone, does not chase much, does not strike out much. Slap hit and approach, puts the ball in play and runs. Got a lot of speed. He was a great football player in high school as well. In fact, Brevard went to the state championship in football this past year,
Brevard
correct?
did go to the state championship in football. That was really fun to watch a Blue Devil football program make it all the way. Got play, I believe, at Lenore Ryan University for that.
Little pop fly in the left field. That ball's fair. And that is part of Braylon Thompson's game. Actually kind of surprised he wasn't a little quicker out the box there. He's got the kind of speed to make that interesting as that ball goes down to no man's land. But leadoff single nonetheless. Again, Braylon, recent high school grad from Brevard High School, but going to Brevard College next year for his baseball. Speaking of Brevard, here's another Brevard alumni, 25 grad. Jordan Brown just finished up his freshman season at Anderson down in South Carolina. Good Christian Division II college. Braylon Thompson's off. Here's a throw down by Thronberg on a bounce. Thompson is safe, so stolen base, and that is a Carolina pack-and-go stolen base. Again, helping you move from one base to the next. Probably a good time to do our Southeastern Physical Therapy Health and Availability Report. So only one player not in the lineup for or not on the roster tonight for Freedom. That's the rising sophomore from Drone High School. Swing and a drive by JoJo Brown out the left field. It's going to hang up out there for Zach Carson. He puts it away for out number 1. Thompson will retreat to second base. But again, with that Southeastern Physical Therapy Health and Availability Report, the only guy we're missing is the 2029 grad, Alex Mann.
Catcher, number 7, Boone
And then
Carver.
for Asheville, we're missing Liam Suttles, Anderson Terrell, and Landon Wright, who are at the Body Armor State Games. And I also believe that a few of these guys are out of town. Brady Duvall, Peyton Maben, I believe Nathan Klepp as well. I think that's it for our health and availability report. So thank you, Southeastern Physical Therapy. And it's good to make a report with no injuries in it. So knock on wood that these kids stay healthy for another week of Legion baseball. So 1-0 count here to Boone Carver.
Well,
Boone,
Asheville does have a big week coming up. Today, Area 4 matchup at Burke, but then playing in the North Carolina, South Carolina Challenge at Shelby this weekend.
that seems like a really interesting tournament. That would be one that might catch the eyes of some college recruiters. Foul ball here from Carver.
That'll be a good one to
That
put
was
up a camera and just have one camera. Don't have to go the full craziness and just have it running the entire time and someone keeping score and maybe providing commentary.
That'd be great. It ain't going to be us because I got to
Might
spend
be
all
us.
next week getting our prospect films from last week's Mars Hill prospect filming edited and finished. So a lot of work ahead.
I'll tell you who they play after this pitch.
Swing and a drive to center field. Is that going to hang up out there for Kuhn? Yes, it will. No tag or tag, but no advancement from Thompson. So nice line drive stroke from Carver. And again, Carver had that big home run in the Cherryville game last week that ended up being the deciding run.
He did.
Now batting
in
the
that
designated hitter
sixth
number
inning, I
9,
believe.
Ty
Well,
Aycock.
Asheville Post 70 goes against Florence Post 1, then Inman Post 45 on Saturday, with the second game of the doubleheader being Richland Post 215.
And two of those they met in the Southeast Regional, I
And
believe.
met Florence and Richland, who were the South Carolina winner and runner-up in that Southeast Regional. Both teams got to qualify.
And did they decide to take a second South Carolina team last year because Georgia didn't enter one?
Yes,
Okay.
that is the reason. So Georgia Legion must not have crowned a champion. I don't know why.
Maybe it's just diluted down there with all the travel ball.
That's what I was telling somebody this weekend over in Omaha about how Georgia Legion just doesn't exist really compared to the Legion in the Carolinas, which is probably the strongest Legion baseball in the country in the North and South Carolina. I know it's kind of big out in the Midwest in certain areas, but as
I don't know
a
how
state,
deep it is, though. I mean, there's good talent, but I don't
Yeah.
know how deep the talent runs when you get out there. Colder weather, thinner population. Hard ground ball to the shortstop. Most stellar throws it across. That is out number 3. So after a leadoff single from Thompson and a stolen base, he's stranded at second. Heading into the bottom of the first inning, it's going to be Zeb Kuhn, Mason Mosteller, and then brother Maddox Mosteller. Hopefully I'm saying that name right.
for the best coverage and content of West North Carolina baseball, go visit our Patreon, patreon.com/bbuniversitywnc. Here you'll find conference previews, preseason and playoff predictions, power rankings, players of the week, podcast, highlight films, and much more. Those memberships start at $1, and all the money raised stays right here in West North Carolina. And maybe if I have time during the middle of this broadcast, we can show you how it supports Western North Carolina baseball with the scholarship.
Yeah, we gave out our first of 2 scholarships this year, so we'll get to that in a little bit. Hey, fun little fact there. Ty Aycock grounding out versus Cohen Christian. Both those guys will be roommates next year at Mars Hill. So getting his future roommate out on a 6-3 ground ball at the end of the inning. So tonight's pitcher, again, we got our Nova pitching reports here. So Grayson Payne is committed to Catawba Valley Community College. Always been a big fan of the high leg kick. Moves downhill really well. Giving him some criticism in the past about staying in the leg kick. When he goes that slide step, sometimes he'll drag that arm. But, man, I'll tell you, he's got good stuff. He competes. We saw him pitch, I think, 3 times this season. So, well, here's how they're lined up today. Here's Payne. He's going to be delivering to battery mate Boone Carver. Then across the infield, Jake Harvey at third, Maddox right at short, Jackson Pavone at second, and Cole Holbrook at first base. Across the outfield, left to right, Zeke Atwaters, JoJo Brown, and Braylon Thompson. Line up there for Burke County 21 going to be Zeb Kuhn leading off in center field, Mason Mosteller at short, Maddox Mosteller batting third at second, Caden Michaels batting fourth, playing first base, Trevor Thronberg in the 5-hole, he's the catcher. Your pitcher Cohen Christian's batting sixth. In the 7th spot, Aaron Duncan at third, Zach Carson, number 8 hitter in left field, and Cannon Morrison in the 9-hole at right. Some familiar names in this lineup here too. Zeb, seen him at McDowell, and then senior year finished up at East Rutherford, part of that state championship runner-up team this year. I think it was the younger brother, I think that's Maddox, who was on the bump when they beat East Rutherford 1-0 this year. I remember that was a big one. I think did you text me about one, or did I don't know. I just know that was a game back in April, I was like, big upset.
Oh, yeah.
Caden Michaels, big time slugger, and got that arm up in the low 9s now too. He's going to be at
Leading
Caldwell
off the
next
bottom
year.
of the first for Post 21, your center fielder, number 1.
It's good to see Zach Carson's name too. Helped Zach out last year with his college recruiting, and he's at Johnson & Wales, Charlotte now. Freedom High School commit in 2025. So here's your leadoff hitter, Zeb Kuhn. First pitch delivered here from Grayson Payne. It's going to be a ball high. Got to get reacquainted with all my bingo card things here. So we already got a Carolina Pack and Go stolen base. Did our Southeastern Physical Therapy Health and Availability Report. I think we're good. Good for now. Swing and a miss there, 1-1, evened up. So here we are watching the older players play while this morning we were at North Henderson helping out with Coach King's youth camp, 5 through 14-year-olds. Trying to usher in the next generation of solid Henderson baseball players. Henderson County baseball. Always got to remind those kids each camp, as cocky as you may be coming in, there are no Major League Baseball alumni from Henderson County, so we got to stay humbled up there. That guy's
minor league,
yep,
no majors.
So we got Braden Corn in the minors right now. We got a few guys in college, but Quincy Foster, he might have been the closest. He got AAA. Swing and a miss. Grayson Payne starts us off here with a swing and a miss strikeout to Zeb Kuhn. I'll bring up Mason Mosteller. He's going to be a rising sophomore
now
at
batting
Pfeiffer.
Shortstop, number 5, Mason Mosteller.
At least it was nice weather, though. You know, I think it was a pretty well-behaved group of kids for the most part. It's good weather. It's going to be a lot hotter tomorrow. We're getting home late from this. I got to get up early and head right back to the field. But it's enjoyable. It's good to see everybody, a lot of familiar faces. It's good to see a lot of the older guys come back and help out at the camps, guys that are currently in college or graduated from college.
As you and I coached playing college baseball, it's kind of crazy to say I've coached some kids who play college baseball.
Getting older.
Let's go. Well, a little bit about Burke County Post 21 this year. Currently 9th in Area 4. Looking for that first win last week. Like, not bad losses.
They're
like
not. It's just they got to score some runs.
10-4 versus Shelby. 5-0 at the Gaston Braves. And then 4-1 versus Gastonia. So, big week this week. Tonight against Asheville. And a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, all in the area at Hickory, at Cherryville, then home at Shuey Park against Hickory. So, looking for a big week to try to make some moves into Area 4 standings.
I also think it's pretty wild that, like, I'm still trying to get the Legion Area 4 preview out on Patreon. But collecting some of this information from these coaches takes a while. So, dying line drive down there in left field for a single. So, Mosteller, the first hit of the day for Post 21.
Single by Mason Mosteller brings up the second baseman, number 12,
So,
Maddox
younger
Mosteller.
brother Maddox to the plate now. 1 out, one runner on first base.
Yeah, not much to talk about for Burke County last year, but they're definitely improving, having had that experience. Finishing 9th, that one game out, did not qualify for the
And now
Area
with
4
9 in the
playoffs.
conference now instead of 10, is it just one team that's not going to
Yeah,
make
it's
the playoffs?
disappointing. They should play a playing game or something. That would
Ooh, that's going to be
cool.
a pass ball in and out of the glove of Carver. It's going to allow Mosteller to head down to second base, so then it'll be a pass ball.
Hey, swap plays, man.
I think they should play a one-game wild card like they used to in the MLB. Just let the 8 and 9 team battle it out.
Game.
I know that would kind of be unfair if the 8 team was so much better than the 9 team, but that's playoffs, man.
Comes down to pitching. You know, if it's a 5-game series, how deep can your bullpen get you? You know, so last year we faced, I think Asheville faced Rutherford County in the first round. That was first seed versus 8th seed. They won both those games, the first 2 pretty handedly, but Rutherford threw their best pitcher, Jackson Swenson, in Game 3, and it was a pitcher's duel. It came down to the end.
It was that 3-2 game.
Yep. So again, Grayson Payne going to be heading to Catawba Valley Community College next year. Another solid recruiting class by Coach McDonald, Coach Dudley, and staff. Ball 4. So Maddox Mosteller going to join his brother on the base pass. Now Caden Michaels to the plate with ducks on the pond. Not all the bases, but runners at first and second.
Michaels.
I was talking to Coach Dudley on Wednesday when we were up at Mars Hill doing the prospect filming, and he was speaking on Catawba Valley, how, they've made the World Series several times, but they don't ever need to recruit more than 2 or 3 hours from home. There's so many good baseball players in that Catawba, Lincoln, Gaston, Charlotte area that year after year they can just pick from the prime. It's like they have the finest cuttings available, essentially, because all these kids in the Carolinas, they don't want to go far from home. So
why would you?
Well, the biggest reason would be
I say that I did.
So the biggest reason would be the fact that, they don't over-recruit, but they end up with 75 players because our guys, we have too many good baseball players, and they don't want to leave for other opportunities. And then they get to these schools, and they realize that the depth is tough. Some of them have to redshirt. Some got to take a full year to develop before getting crack at playing time. Nice spot, but low and away is the call. 2-1 count.
Good little crowd out here at Shuey Park on a Tuesday evening. A little partly cloudy, keeping the sun off us, which is nice. Forgot the canopy again.
There's a swing and a drive to center field. Sounded well off the barrel, and that ball is deep into the woods. 3-run home run for Caden Michaels. So both Mosteller brothers are going to score on that, and it's 3-0 Burke County. So that was the final score in the opening night game that Asheville won. So maybe the tables are turning. So 3-0 Post 21 in
now
the
batting
lead.
is catcher number 3, Trevor Thornburg.
Trevor Thornburg to the plate. So Michaels, a lot of pop in that bat. Doesn't need to be a max effort swing. Just drops the barrel on it. Sounded loud, too. Sounded loud. So right off the bat, it was a different type of sound. And that ball flies out the center field. Jordan Brown took a couple steps and then just watched it sail over his head and over the fence and into the greenery back there. So no help from the wind. As you can see, that flag is limp on that center field pole. Swing and a foul ball here. So quick 3-0 lead. Only one out here. 0-2 count here quickly to Thornburg. Swing and a pop fly foul.
Park's active. Couple softball games going on. Slow pitch and fast pitch, I think.
How's that? Legion softball?
I think there's a Legion softball game going on, if I'm not mistaken. It's either that or some middle school
Where
girls.
does Legion softball play their World Series?
Good question. Let's see if I can.
It's a good AB here with 2 strikes for Thornburg. Fouling a couple off here. So again, Payne way ahead 0-2, but Thornburg playing the spoiler here with a couple 2-strike foul balls. Here's delivery. He's going to miss high here, 1-2 count. Junior Legion, Post 70, I believe, has a game tonight. They're up at North Henderson High School. That's where they play their home games. But they are down 3 of their players. There's strike 3 to Thornburg, so 2 Ks in the inning for Payne. But yeah, Jake Harvey, Cole Holbrook, and Henry Love is on the bench, all in uniform tonight. All three from East Henderson High School.
Brings up the pitcher numbers.
Got the call
11,
with a couple kids out off the roster today, so feeling like they got called up from AAA. Good experience for them. They were varsity contributors for East Henderson this year.
To answer your question.
What's that?
No American Legion Softball World Series. It seems like there's only a couple states that sponsor it. And again, proving my point, North Carolina and South Carolina are leading the way in American Legion athletics.
Miss inside with the spinner, 1-1. Again, Grayson Payne played for West Henderson this year as his senior season. He was all-conference selection. West finished second place in the Mountain 8. Here's delivery from Payne. Swing and a foul tip. Back up and over into the parking lot and up against a nice vehicle. That's why I don't drive nice cars. Been around baseball fields too much. You learn your lesson. 1-2 delivery coming from Payne. Ooh, misses just outside. No argument or anything there from Carver, so he probably knew that he missed.
Again, just looking where the setup is, and if you're having to pull that over to the right, then you're not going to get that call, not at this level.
Oof.
Shocked you didn't get that one, though.
So we're going to go full here.
Looks like we're getting the opposite of the strike zone from last night's 1-0 game in Omaha. It's low and in today. Yesterday it was up and out.
Swing and another foul ball. So Cohen Christian here working the count, trying to get the pitch count up on his counterpart. He's in quality at bat territory here. Found that one off. So this will be the 8th pitch of the at bat. So that is a Quality Home Consultants quality at bat. I want to thank Quality Home Consultants protecting your home base. We're going to do a 3-2 delivery again here. There's the big leg kick. Ground ball deep in the hole. Nice effort by Maddox Wright, but that ball is going to trickle out in the left field for a single. So good at bat, quality at bat for Cohen Christian. So trying to start the rally back up again here with 2 outs. Again, 3-0 already after the big old Caden Michaels home run to center field. I'll bring Aaron Duncan up to the plate. Duncan, a graduate from Patton High School in 2025.
Now batting, third baseman, number 10, Aaron Duncan.
So Carver out to talk to his pitcher for a minute. Say long in for Payne. I'll have a pitch count in front of me, but I'm sure it's getting up there a little bit.
Number 7, Brooke Snipes.
So courtesy runner for Christian is Brooks Snipes. Snipes, a rising senior at Freedom High School. Here's delivery. Swing and somewhat half swing miss. So kind of an excuse me swing there from Duncan. So 0-1 count.
Awkward slide there.
Yeah, it was a little quick pick.
Called him in between steps, and he kind of just fell back in.
0-1 delivery. There's that slide step. Tripped on the follow through there, so 1-1 count. The sun is creeping down on the horizon behind us, but at the moment, it's going to be a heck of a battle for the third baseman, the shortstop, and the left fielder.
I wonder what that reminds me of.
So 1-2 delivery here. Not a very big lead from Snipes, but he's going to take off either way. That is strike 3, so there will be no throw. So 3 hits and a walk in the inning. 3-run home run by Michaels is the big swing right now. heading into the top of the second, or excuse me, yes, top of the second will be Maddox Wright, Jackson Pavone, and Cole Holbrook. All right, so I think we're getting into inning sponsorship territory here.
We are indeed.
Got to get up early again tomorrow. Get back up to North Henderson for day 3 of the youth camp. It's interesting watching all these young lads walk out into the park, and we do all these different stations. And I feel like the theme at every station, they'll run up to you and it's like, I already know how to do this. I'm like, why are we at camp then? Why don't we have several state championship banners up on the outfield wall? So young kids out there listening, be coachable. Still, there's so much to learn in baseball, learning new things every day, even at age 42. So let's thank our second inning sponsor, CamWood Bats. CamWood is located in Haywood County, but they serve baseball and softball players across the nation. Game bats, trainers, tees, tutorials, and more are available for purchase at camwoodbats.com. And remember, as part of our partnership with CamWood, make sure to use the coupon code BBUWNC. Again, that's BBUWNC for a 10% discount on all purchases through their website. So fall ball's coming up in a couple months. Y'all need your wood bats. A lot of times fall is wood bat league.
Leading off the top
Get
of the
with
second,
CamWood.
post 70, the shortstop, number 15,
Use that coupon
Maddox
code.
Wright.
Save yourself 10%.
Number 16, Maddox Wright.
A lot of wood bats at camp. A lot of different colors today. I know CamWood's got a great selection.
There's a lot of colors in general at camp. The uniforms, the sliding mitts, the cleats. Only the potential is as bright as the colors on the uniforms. And it may be. But I want to see him put more effort into training. There's a hard line drive to center field. And a dive. Did he catch it? No catch. So it looked like Kuhn caught it, but then the glove fell off. The ball may have even stayed in the glove, but once it disconnects from your body, it's no longer part of the play. So that is a single for Maddox Wright.
Single by Wright brings up the second baseman, number 17, Jackson Pavone.
So I'd like to see more time put into base running and fielding and hitting approach than time spent into figuring out which sliding mitt you're going to order and what design you're going to put on it. Very proprietary youth baseball. Jackson Pavone up now, the NC Wesleyan rising sophomore. He was the winning pitcher on the bump on opening night versus Burke in that 3-0 W for Asheville. Here's a warning from the umpire on Asheville's dugout. What do you say?
He said they are hiring everyday fellas. So never seen that at a game
That
of
is
this.
a great line. We're hiring everyday fellas. Just talking about umpires, like out here just trying to do a job, doing their best. So, warning for the Cardinals dugout there, arguing balls and strikes. Cohen Christian with a quick pick here to first base, with Maddox Wright back in safely. Again, Cohen Christian, we were talking about him earlier. What a playoff run for him. He kept his pitch count low and was able to win round 1, round 2, and round 3 it was.
I don't know the last time I saw something like that happen. Probably pre-pitch count rules. Definitely not in the pitch count era, that's for sure. But with the way it worked and the way you set up your rest days, they got it done and made the 4th round.
And I think they had a 10-run rule win in there somewhere too, like a shortened game. So a lot to put on a high school kid. You know what I mean? You got to watch those pitch counts, but that's also why we have these pitch count rules in place. And again, he'll be at Mars Hill next year. I met their new pitching coach, Coach Dallin Turner, last week. I was pretty impressed with him. Seems like he's gotten a lot of results in 1 year's time as well. It's Mars Hill's best finish in several years. Had a winning record, and I think they finished 4th in the SAC. 2-2 count. Maybe not a bad time to send a runner here. It might be an off-speed delivery. Maddox Wright has got decent speed at first base. He's going to hold up, though. Pavone going to push one to left field, and there's another dive, and this time the glove stays on. Carson hauls it in for out number 1. So 2 plays in this game, both diving efforts by the outfielders.
First baseman, number 18.
Ball found leather in both situations, but glove fell off Kuhn on the right hit. Glove stays on for Carson on the Pavone putout. There's Cole Holbrook, first at bat of the game. Swing and a foul here. Cole, talented athlete. He's playing on the junior Legion team for Coach Noble, post 70, but called up. He's been on varsity since his sophomore year at East Henderson. Good catcher, good pitcher. He's a little disappointed himself offensively this season, but there is offensive tools. He felt he could have had a better year.
Yeah, Mars Hill pulled it up 4th in the South Atlantic Conference by, I don't know if that's a quarter of a game or a half a game, but 19-13-1 versus Carson Newman and Lincoln Memorial and Newberry finishing.
Barely squeaking out the winning record overall at 26-25-1. There's a line drive to center field. So nice debut for Cole Holbrook. Single in his first career senior Legion at bat. What's that? Oh, give him the ball.
Give him
the ball.
1 out, 2-0 brings up.
It ain't Major League Baseball.
20, Jake Harvey.
That'll be one of many hits for Cole. So East Henderson teammate Jake Harvey up now again. Also the senior Legion debut for Jake.
I think a bunt's on here for Mr. Harvey. Or
Could be.
Let him swing away.
Ooh, swings away. That ball almost goes back towards our home plate camera. Down 3-0, bottom of the lineup. Zeke Atwater's on deck. I don't hate a bunt here. Third baseman Duncan about even with the bag, right up on the grass. Michael's back behind the runner at first base. Harvey, good offensive season for East Henderson this year. Made some tweaks to his swing last summer. Spread out a little bit, got on plane, extending through the baseball a little bit more, starting to get in some extra base power a bit. Infielder. I don't know if he's a middle guy in the future, but second, third, outfield, he's athletic enough to play a few different spots. Down 1-2 in the count here. Cohen Christian doesn't have to go for the strikeout here. Good pitch might get a double play opportunity as well. But looks like he went to the slider there. Swing and a miss over top of it. Out number 2. Number 9 hitter Zeke Atwaters to the plate. Again, Zeke, part of that T.C. Robertson squad that fell in the 3rd round this year, but he was also part of the state championship team his sophomore and junior season, so he does have a couple rings to his name. Committed to Lenore Ryan. That's where he'll be heading next year to play his college baseball. So 2 outs here. Pavone, that's Maddox Wright on second. Nice little pick there by Thronberg. Fakes the throwback. So 1-0 count here to Atwaters. So Atwaters one of 3 TC players to make the post 70 team this year, along with right-handed pitcher Nolan Worley and pitcher utility Liam Suttles. Liam down at state games today.
Any score updates from state games, or is it practice day today?
I think yesterday was the practice day.
We'll have to check.
Liam's mother texted me at some point during the day and said that he pitched an inning. So they're probably, I think they'll probably spread him out to pitch another day. Haven't heard about Landon or Anderson yet. Hard ground ball to the second baseman Mosteller. It's Maddox. Picks it up, throws it over for out number 3. So hit it hard. But they're going to strand the 2 runners Wright and Holbrook off after their respective singles. So 2 hits, no runs. 3-0 heading into the bottom of the second. Post 21 going to send Zach Carson, Cannon Morrison, and then back to the top with Zeb Coon.
Well, stay connected on social media with Baseball University of the Blue Ridge. Like and subscribe on YouTube right now, please, at youtube.com/@bbuniversitywNC. Like us on Facebook at Baseball University of the Blue Ridge. Follow us on X, formerly known as Twitter and Instagram, over at BB University WNC. And make sure to check out our website at baseball.org.
Got a couple new things up on social media today. Did our Ion Outdoors Player of the Week. That was Blake Mitchell. That's up on the social media right now. Probably, I'm trying to figure out if I want to put the Team of the Year right up on social media. It's on the Patreon right now, but it's kind of like, come on, folks. It's good stuff. Pay $1 and join the Patreon. Let's see. What else we got going on? We got our Papas and Beers Players of the Game. We've been putting those graphics up. Again, we want to thank Papas and Beer of Hendersonville. Delicious California-themed Mexican cuisine. Gonna be stopping in there maybe this end of this week. You know, maybe it's a good way to celebrate the end of camp on Thursday is to go over to Papas and Beer. But again, delicious, delicious food. Lots of good specials. Lunch, dinner, takeout. Bring a date. Bring the family. And Papas and Beers, pro Western North Carolina baseball. Big supporters of the baseball out here. So I want to thank Papas and Beer for being our headline sponsor again this year.
Region 8 got
Did we get smoked?
blanked.
Oh, no. What was the score? Who'd they play?
Region 3, so they're the team who's going to win the Body Armor State games and probably has won at least 10 of them.
Is that like Greenville area? Yeah.
Region 3 is a really strong team. That's where
Region 6 is usually pretty strong. That's Charlotte.
It's usually Region 3, Region 6. I think Region 4 has had some decent teams.
I feel like Region 8 did pretty well last year.
2-1?
I don't remember, but I know it's weird because it's kind of like a tournament, but by that third day, like all the college coaches have usually gone home. You know,
it's just the teams who they play. It's like 3 games of pool played in the tournament.
Hard ground ball by Carson, but nice little pickup over there by Harvey. So 5-3 on the put out. I'll bring Cannon Morrison to the plate.
Yeah, they're playing Region 6 at UNC Greensboro tomorrow.
So do they have box scores at all on that website?
They do not, I wish.
So 10-0. So do they play the whole game or do they cut it after 5?
Mm-hmm. They'll close out the
it was a decent roster. If you go on the Patreon, you can see my mock roster, the roster that I chose. But the problem, there's a hard ground ball through the hole. Harvey's not going to be able to come up with that one. So single for Morrison will go to back to the top of Zeb Kuhn.
Well, they finished on Thursday.
The problem is, like, my mock roster, you might look at it and be like, well, why didn't they pick some of those guys? Those guys didn't try out. And that's the thing that kind of boggles my mind sometimes is why do some of our best players in these regions not try out? And then we had a couple, again, I ain't naming names, but we had one guy make the team and then decided to decline the invite because he had a travel tournament. And it's like, you're going to go to that instead of state games? You know what I'm saying? State games has every coach and major league scouts in attendance. I went 2 years ago and was at Charlotte. It was fun to scout. But I'm not driving all the way to Greensboro. I'm sorry. We got too much going on.
We went to Greensboro when Coach Decker's son, Kyle, made it into his junior and senior season, as well as a couple other North Harrison Knights. Had some Rams, Falcons on that team. That was a good little team. I think they went 2-1 that year.
So Morrison, the runner at first. Zeb Kuhn was a strikeout victim his first time up. Payne with the pickoff attempts here, trying to hold the runner close.
It looks like it's like 2 pools because we play 3, 6, and 7, and then they all play each other. So interesting how they set that up where Region 8 should probably have Region 7 because that's who you normally play. Yep. But then including 6
Region
and 3.
6 needs to be redone. I feel like it's unfair to the Cleveland, Lincoln, Gaston kids. A lot of those guys will get overlooked by the Charlotte area players. A couple North Lincoln kids made it this year. I think it was Beckett Rinkus and Grayson Evans. But it's almost like, I don't know. I don't know what to do with that. Charlotte's like its own animal. All those pickoff attempts there, I was trying to look at Kuhn's hands to see if he might be sliding it up for a bunt here. But after 5 picks here, I haven't seen the hand move. So, guess he's just really concerned about the base runner, Morrison. Yep, he's swinging away. Double play opportunity here. Right to Pavone. To Holbrook. 6-4-3. Taylor made. So excellent defense there by the Cardinals. Ends the threat, but one hit. But faced the minimum with that double play. It's 3-0 heading into the top of the third. We're back to the top of the lineup for the Cardinals. Braylon Thompson, JoJo Brown, and Boone Carver. So it was a quick second inning. Thanks to CamWood for sponsoring that second inning. Now we're heading into the third inning, which is sponsored by Flooring America of Kings Mountain and Gastonia. So they are proud sponsors of our American Legion baseball streaming series, and they're a long-time supporter of baseball in Western North Carolina. Flooring America is locally owned and operated by regional experts. And by shopping at Flooring America, you're supporting your community, and you'll enjoy personalized service that you won't find elsewhere. If you are in need of new flooring, Flooring America will help you find the perfect floor for the way you live. Thank you again to Flooring America for sponsoring the third inning.
Well, I'll read you what counties encompass Region 3, since we're on that topic. Person, Granville, Vance, Warren, Franklin, Johnston, Wake, Durham, and Orange County. So it is not the Greenville area, it's the Triangle.
Is it? So that's like Raleigh, Durham.
So that is your heavily populated, best of the best in the state, arguably.
Which region's Greenville? Because I heard they got good baseball down there too.
Greenville is Region 2. So that's what I think who we've played. We've played 2 and 3. And 5. I don't even know if 1 and 4 are competitive just because it's like so sparse.
It's like the wetlands down there, you know what I mean?
Those are all those really strong, like 1A, 2A coastal teams.
Maybe the Wilmington area? Is that?
Leading off post 7
That's
at top of the
I'll say
third.
maybe that jumps
Right
up
fielder
in
number
town.
2, Braylon Thompson.
There's Thompson again, the Brevard College commit, recent Brevard High School grad. He's a really solid football player, but has turned his attention to baseball primarily now. Got a great eye at the plate. Just seems to have a gift for it. Little known fact, Braylon is related to Gil Cone. So Gil Cone, a former Major League player, right? Gil Cone was, and he is who the Brevard High School baseball field is named after. Gil Cone Field. So a lot of really pretty Legion parks, a lot of pretty college parks and high school parks out here in Western North Carolina. Got some interesting news from the Shelby folks last week. They told me that Keeter Field is getting turf. So the famous American Legion World Series ballpark is going all turf. It's kind of heartbreaking, but you understand why. They said it costs $100,000 a year to upkeep that field.
Now, where's that money come from?
Yeah, it's brick dust and fine grass seed and all the machinery you need to take care of a great field. But, you know, I never liked turf until the one year I coached in the Old North State League. Hard line drive. That's going to bounce on through the right side for Braylon Thompson's second hit of the evening. But when I was coaching that Old North State League team at Marion, it was an odd feeling. The game ends, and then you just go home. There's no cleaning up. There's no raking. There's no edging. There's no sweeping. There's no blowing the dirt or the grass clippings, you know. It's just you go home. You put the balls away, you lock the door, and you go home. So we live in an efficient society, and I guess that's the way it's going.
I just don't like it.
I don't either. Pop up here, a little bit of no man's land, but Caden Michaels has the read on it. Out number 1. So that's technically a foul pop out. So 1 out here. Thompson still in first. Boone Carver up for a second time.
I will say I'm pleasantly surprised at the makeup of Shuey Park right here. Lines look good. Grass looks good. Dirt is really pretty. A little bumpy, though. They could definitely use a leveling out here, but what field in West North Carolina could?
Seen worse.
Yeah, I won't name the worst I've seen.
Now batting
or
the
played
catcher
on.
number 7, Boone Carver.
Home sweet home for a third base coach for Asheville Post 70, however.
Yeah.
Jacob Raby.
Yeah. Coach Raby going to be an assistant coach, associate coach at Freedom High School with new hire Sean Yamber taking over for Freedom.
Getting to spend a lot of time with him this week at baseball camp is really fun. That he comes out there with former college teammate Ryan, who's
getting a little taste of what
son.
North Henderson baseball is all about. So I'm going to have to pick his brain at the end of the week and see what his closing thoughts
this is
were.
year 2 for him because he was out there last
He's
year.
out there last
so
year.
I think
Last year sounded like it was a bit of a drag. A lot of rain inside.
we
Coach
were
King
in
trying
the
to make the best of it.
gym. It was this year, knock on wood, first 2 days have been awesome.
Solid. Had some good bunting groups today. Ground ball foul here. Oh, nice little play by on deck batter Acock there.
I spent a lot of time on 2-ball, a lot of the time. But some of the young kids got it down, man. Getting some hand-eye coordination going. Get some games tomorrow, some competition, hopefully. Drill them.
Is next or is tomorrow competition day?
I think it's going to be some smaller competitions leading up to the big ones.
So
traditionally on Thursday.
Fourth day is competition, and then big water or water slides with the fire department.
Learn how to slide.
A lot of baseball for you this week. Many different forms. Flying all the way out to Omaha, watching your dogs and your Tar Heels. Runner goes here. Thompson slides and kind of slowed up a little bit there.
I was
wondering what he was looking at, but he gets a second Carolina Pack and Go stolen base. So again, thank you to Carolina Pack and Go for sponsoring all our stolen bases this year, helping you move from one base to the next.
Had a fun trip out to Omaha again for my second time, this time flying. Tar Heels got it done in the driver's seat. Georgia, a little disappointed last night in the 1-0 game, but we come back here in about an hour against the Longhorns, so horns down.
So I know Hunter was hoping for a pitcher's duel so we could listen to that game in the car. Hot fly. Caden Michael's going to go over there for a second time and makes the put out again. So 2 foul pop-out put-outs for Caden Michaels and via Cohen Christian here in the third. So Thompson remains at second.
Just the best of the best out there, man. Like, you're seeing the best amateur baseball in the country, and you just watch it, hear it on TV, just all the stories. It's fun.
Who's in the audience out there? There's a lot of kids in the stands.
A lot of kids, a lot of tournaments going on out there, but a lot of locals who have been season ticket holders for 30, 40 years since it was Rosenblatt over.
And you said Rosenblatt's gone.
Rosenblatt's gone as of 09.
That's crazy.
TD Ameritrade / Charles Schwab Field, whatever you want to call it.
I guess it has been a while. So when I was out there, that must have been one of the last times.
You said it was
like 07
2008.
or 08, something like that.
You said it was
whenever
Gordon Beckham.
Yeah, hit the
It's
home
the last
run.
time the Georgia Bulldogs made it. So,
man,
it's fun. Like, if you've never been out there, audience, you've got to go.
And that's Creighton's home field during the season?
Home field for Creighton, home field for the Omaha Storm Chasers, AAA of the Kansas City Royals. Actually, MLB game there a couple years ago.
Got a lot of Royal fans up there. Cubs and Royals, I bet. Was the same? Or did you ask about pro
We were
fandom?
talking about pro fandom, not in baseball, but in football. And Eastern Nebraska is home to about 6 pro fandoms in football. So I'm pretty sure that the baseball overlaps from both Chicago teams, the Cardinals, the Royals.
Yep. I forget what year it was. Maybe 1984.
Rockies in Western Nebraska.
What year did the Cardinals play the Royals in the World Series? Was that 84?
That's before my time.
Might be a quick look, but I think because my grandparents and my aunt lived in
85.
Swinging a line drive by Acock. So he singles, and Braylon Thompson's going to come in and score the first run for the Cardinals. So RBI single for Acock off his future college roommate, Cohen Christian. So they've been having a nice little back and forth here. So 3-1 is our score now. Maddox right to the plate now. He's 1 for 1. So it was 85. They said that year they painted the highways red and blue, like Cardinal red, Royal blue, I-70 from St. Louis to Kansas City. Maddox right's going to elevate one here in a shallow right field, and that is Cannon Morrison out there to put it away for out number 3. So 2 singles, 1 run in. 3-1 is our score now. Heading into the bottom of the third, it'll be Mason Mosteller, Maddox Mosteller, and Caden Michaels. But yeah, back and forth on that highway, I-70. They painted the highways red and blue because that was the route they had to take back and forth to play each other. It's just one highway. So I want to take a minute to thank our in-game sponsors. So again, you've been hearing some companies pop up with the game action. So let's thank all of our sponsors here. I want to thank Stepp Electrical Co, our extra base hit sponsor, putting a charge into one. So again, Stepp sponsoring Caden Michaels' 3-run blast. I want to thank the Blue Devil Athletic Booster Club for being our sacrifice bunt sponsor. Make a sacrifice, give to your local boosters. I want to thank Carolina Pack and Go, our stolen base sponsor, getting you from one base to the next. I want to thank Chad McMahon State Farm Insurance, our insurance run sponsor. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. House of Power, it's our big swing of the game sponsor. We got one in mind right now after Caden Michaels' blast. So we'll announce that at the end of the game. House of Power, built for serious athletes. Quality Home Consultants, our quality at bat, our Quab sponsor, protecting your home base. Southeastern Physical Therapy is our health and availability sponsor. Southeastern Physical Therapy, making sure you're good to go. And Western North Carolina Driving School, our RBI sponsor, knowing how to drive runs in. So Caden Michaels driving 3 in, and Ty Acock with an RBI. So Western North Carolina Driving School RBI for Acock. Off the end of the bat here, Maddox Wright's going to have to hustle. Quick transition, throws on the run. Got him, 6-3. So younger brother Maddox now to the plate. Maddox walked and scored a run on the Michaels home run.
Now batting
first
second
inning.
baseman number 12, Maddox Mosteller.
It's a good year at East Burke for Mosteller. Again, I believe he was on the bump for that 1-0 win over East Rutherford. He's an all-conference baseball player, offensive and pitching-wise.
Well, a little history on this matchup the last 3 seasons, courtesy of Richard Walker at Carolina Sports Hub. Appreciate him for leaving all his schedules up and everything. I'm able to go back and look through it, so we really appreciate him. But Asheville,
The only source
for Legion scores for 3-4 years ago.
Yep.
But Asheville Post 70 on that 6-game winning streak versus Burke. 6 of the last 6 since 2023. And a lot of runs scored by the Cardinals in those games.
Again, Area 4 for years dominated by Cherryville. Hard ground ball here, backhanded by Wright, throws across, made it look easy. 6-3, so 2 putouts, 6-3 to start the inning.
Want to go through those scores?
Yeah, Asheville last year.
Nobody on and 2 away brings up the first baseman, number 19, Caden Michaels.
So last year they played a doubleheader. They won 10-1 and 17-0. So it was a quick day of work. In 2024, they won 13-4 and 12-7. And in 2023, they beat Burke County 10-1 and 4-1. So I don't know if that's as far back as all we got. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's all I'm doing just because that is the guys who would be eligible on this team.
Gotcha.
So
Michaels had the 3-run
and
blast.
it also goes back to the last time. That's a
foul ball there. So it looked foul from my spot.
Okay.
Here. So I think it was a good call. So 1-1 count here to Michaels.
But that 3-year mark goes back to the last time Henderson County Post 77 had a team. So I feel like that's a true representation of Post 70 pulling from the main Asheville area with Henderson and Buncombe counties and Haywood.
So 1-1 delivery. Say with the bases empty here, he doesn't have to go right at Michaels. He can be careful. Trying to keep the ball in the park here with nobody on. Two 2-1 delivery. Goes to the curveball, fouls it back into the fencing. 2-2 pitch coming up. So Michaels, good career at Freedom. Tough season for Freedom. I think they were last place in the Northwestern Conference this year. But there's some talent on that team. They got a new head coach now, Coach Amber coming in, taking over for Coach Hackett. However, Caden Michaels will not be there for that transition. He'll be at Caldwell next year, working on his craft. Still not sure which way it's going to go for him. He's going to be a pitcher or a hitter or both at the next level. Good take there. It's a good spot by Payne, too. Try to get him to chase upstairs. Again, Payne working predominantly from the stretch. There's that big high leg kick, gains that momentum downhill. Nice fight here from Caden Michaels, another Quality Home Consultants quality at bat, getting deep, seeing a lot of pitches.
Was it 7?
Yes, sir. This will be number 8, I believe. Oh, yeah. So pitch count climbing on Payne.
Wonder if
Say might have Tristan Sumner in relief tonight. Jackson Pavone could be available. Maddox Wright could throw some innings. So a few pitchers in the bullpen here for Asheville. Ground ball. Harvey backs up on. He's going to have to hustle. Throws it a long way, and it's going to skip past Holbrook. Michaels trips around first base, but he'll retreat to the bag. It'll be a single in the books. So I know that throw bounced, but I'm going to go ahead and give him a single. Backhand play, deep throw.
I like it.
If he scoops it, it's bang, bang. So I'm not even sure if a good throw gets him.
When he hit it deep in the hole.
I ain't trying to dog Michaels much here, but we just worked on this at camp with 5- and 6-year-olds. You run past the bag, you start chopping your feet to slow down, and then you make your turn. I think he tried to cut it too quick without breaking it down. Whoop! Feet go out from underneath you. So that's a big 6'4" body hitting the ground there, but it's a single in the book, so 2 for 2 for Michaels. Thornburg up now as a strikeout victim his first time up. Hard line drive up the middle. That'll extend the inning. So back-to-back singles here from Thornburg and Michaels. I'll bring Cohen Christian up to the plate. Cohen, starting pitcher for Burke. He's 1 for 1 at the plate. The runner at first base for the catcher.
Ooh.
That's number 9.
Holbrook gave it an error. Oh.
Now batting the pitcher, number 11, Cohen Christian.
So I'm not sure who our runner is over there at first base. So the official scorekeeper here gave an error to Harvey. That's a fair ball. I seen Chalk come up. Michael's around third. He's going to score. Both the play in front of everybody there. Runners are going to hold up. So RBI single for Christian. That's a Western North Carolina driving school RBI. So Chalk flew up on that one. Not much to argue there. Aaron Duncan to the plate now. 4-1 the score. So Aaron Duncan struck out in the first. That ended the first inning. Payne delivers. There's a strike on the outside corner. So 2 outs here. 3 straight singles with 2 outs. Plates at least 1. Duncan trying to keep the streak alive. And again, there's a lot of ball game left. Tides could still turn here. But it is encouraging to feel that on any given night in Area 4 this year that any team can take a game. Like last year, we didn't have that feeling. You know, there's certain games that Asheville, you knew they were going to win. Cherryville, you knew they were going to win. But I do feel that there's enough talent where there's favorites, but upsets aren't going to be as surprising this season. The standings are going to be a little bit more muddled than last year. And I told you before the game, I know Freedom's 0-4. It was one of the best teams they've had on paper in about 3-4 seasons. Swing and a miss. That's strike 3. And this inning comes to an end, but not after 3 straight singles. Plates one more. It's 4-1 heading into the top of the 4th. Jackson Pavone, Cole Holbrook, and Jake Harvey come to the plate.
So 1 run on 4 hits. No
Depends on what
errors.
you say. Scoreboard,
3 hits, 1 error.
Scorekeeper here said an error, but I think that was a bang play. If we were to look at it again,
2 left on base going into said top of the 4th.
Well, it's 4th inning. You know what that means? It's time for the Owen Joseph hero of the game. So Owen Joseph and Baseball University of the Blue Ridge want to celebrate a local veteran every broadcast that we do this season. So if you got somebody in mind, a veteran living or dead, or an active serviceman or woman, you can reach out to me at ryan@baseballu.org, or you can give me a call at 828-458-1794 to nominate a local veteran or an active serviceman or woman for the Owen Joseph Hero of the Game. So this week's Hero of the Game, well, we got an interesting one from right here in Morganton. This is Dave Brown. Okay, so Dave got a laundry list of things here, and he's a humble man. He's like, oh, I feel like he was telling me, he's like, there's so many other people that are worthy, and I'm like, yeah, that's the point. It's like we're all enamored by the courage of our servicemen.
Well, this resume is impressive.
This resume is very impressive, and I think this man is very humble to say that he's like, man, there's so many people out there who've done more. But man, we appreciate all our servicemen and women, and I think Dave Brown is a prime example. So 30 years in the North Carolina National Guard. He was a senior master sergeant, which is E8. I guess that's the title or the level.
That's a pay level.
Okay. Retired. This is where it gets impressive. 4,545 flying hours in the C-130 and C-17s. 3 deployments in support of Operation Iraqi Freedom and 3 deployments in support of Operation Enduring Freedom, that was Afghanistan, along with 61 airdrops on wildfires in California, Washington, Arizona, and Oregon. If you've been paying attention to the news the last couple of years, you can see how intense that can get. Multiple state activations and lots of support for hurricanes in the past. Just really impressed with this resume, and we want to thank Dave Brown for his service, and he is our Owen Joseph hero of the game. I like doing those. So I wish we can get I want to see the phones light up. So if you're listening at home and you got a veteran in the family or the community you want to celebrate, or an active serviceman or woman, just text it 828-458-1794. If it gets overwhelming to the point that we're getting like 10 nominations a game, we'll celebrate them all. So again, thank you for the service that you put into making our country free. I love that little phrase. I see it here and there. Was it home of the free because of the brave?
Yes.
I like that. Swing and a miss here from Pavone. 2-2 count, evened up. Pavone 0 for 1, flew out to left field. Nice diving play by Zach Carson out there in the 2nd inning, robbed Pavone of a single. 4-1. So Cohen Christian dealing with a lead here. Say Christian's given up just the 1 earned run. Pitching the contact. Only got the 1K, but he's been in and around the zone, keeping these batters off balance. That's going to be a walk here to Pavone, though. Bring Cole Holbrook up. Cole's 1 for 1. Had a single in his first ever Senior Legion game. We were like, call for the ball.
Now batting for post 70, the first baseman, number 18, Cole Holbrook.
They do game balls anymore in Little League and stuff? Give out the game ball anymore?
I hope so. That was the best thing ever. You got 2 hits, you got a game ball, you got to write on it.
That was good.
I didn't get many game ball because I didn't hit many home runs on 125-foot fields. Let me rephrase that. I didn't hit any home runs.
Home runs are overrated, man. I tell you, I keep reminding people, it's like Braden Corn only ever had one 1 home run a season in his career. He had 1 his junior year and 1 his senior year, and he's a major league or a minor league baseball player now. He's hit many more home runs when he got into college. And
if you count spring training, he was a major league baseball player
for a day.
For a day.
It's a lot further.
Wasn't going to sniff.
Still further than everybody else in Henderson County. So takes the strike on a 2-0 count, so 2-1 now. Again, Holbrook, talented young man, a lot of strength in the body. He's a basketball player too. What's going on?
The bullpen.
Oh, I thought you were pointing at camera too. I was like, oh, so like.
Oh no.
So we got some action in the bullpen, is what you're saying. So
yeah, look down the third base.
So it looks like Tristan Sumner up there warming up.
However, you just jinxed it.
What, when the cameras just go down? No, that's insane. So that's first base side?
Yeah.
I'm going to check it here in between
innings.
Misses high here, 3-1 count. Good AB here by Holbrook.
It's about the inning where they need to break it open.
Cole had a good showing at the prospect filming last Wednesday at Mars Hill. Had a couple coaches asking about him. Took some reps with, obviously catcher, but third base, first base as well. Good AB here. He stays 1 for 1 as he draws the walk. So first and second here, 2 walks by Christian.
Now
lead off
batting
the
third
fourth.
baseman number 20, Jake Harvey.
So Cohen Christian coming into the inning had not walked a batter. Leads off the fourth with 2. Now Jake Harvey at the plate. Harvey found himself in the situation last time. We were talking about maybe a bunt. Didn't see it. Might be time to do it this time. The bottom of the lineup, down 3. So, all right. Well, let me go. You got it? Okay. So Hunter's going to go check camera 2 here for us. So pitch and mound visit here. See if Christian stays in the game. I don't see any activity here. But I also can't see all the way down into the Burke bullpen. So the umpire's going to strut on out to the bump to break this mound meeting up and get this game action going again against Jackson Pavone on second and Cole Holbrook on first after drawing back-to-back walks here to lead off the fourth inning. And 4-1 is our score. Caden Michaels with a big 3-run homer in the first inning has done the bulk of the damage. Jake Harvey is a strikeout victim in the second. With runners on first and second here, maybe a good opportunity to bunt. Duncan, the third baseman, about even with the bag right up near the grass. First baseman Michaels about 2.5, 3 steps in on the grass. Christian delivers. Harvey squares. Good bunt down the right side. Michaels tosses to the second baseman, Mosteller. That is a picture-perfect sacrifice bunt, 3-4. And remember, all sacrifice bunts brought to you by Brevard High School Boosters, reminding you to make a sacrifice and give to your local boosters. So runners move up. Second and third for Zeke Atwaters now. Atwaters grounded out to second base to end the second inning. Ground ball to second or short here, probably score a run. That would be productive while turning the lineup over. Atwaters, good athleticism. Singles, doubles hitter. With first base open here, they don't have to pitch to him. They can pitch around him. Oh, big swing to drive to left field here. That ball is up. Carson is back right in front of the fence. Pavone's going to tag and score the second run of this game. So off the bat, I thought he might have had it for a second. But Carson with a good read out there.
Now batting the right fielder, number 2, Braylon Thompson.
Back to the top here with Braylon Thompson. Thompson's 2 for 2 with 2 stolen bases and a run scored. So 4-2 now. There's still one more run out there at Holbrook. Scoring position at second base. So nice job on the sack bunt by Harvey. Allows for the sack fly by Atwaters, and that is just good baseball there. Good small ball. So, and that RBI brought to you by Western North Carolina Driving School, driving in runs. Teaching your kids how to drive while our guys drive in runs. So Christian here, after the 2 walks, is trying to buckle down here and limit it to the 1 run. Nice play by Michaels there. He's going to be getting up and racing to the bag. Beats Thompson by half a step. Thompson with the front somersault there, but he's okay. So takes it himself. That was a nice play by Michaels. So 2 walks, a sack fly, a sack bunt. 4-2 is our score. Heading into the bottom of the 4th, it's going to be Zach Carson, Cannon Morrison back on the top of Zeb Kuhn. Again, I want to thank Papa's and Beer of Hendersonville for being our headline sponsor. And remind you, next time you're up in Hendo, driving down Asheville Highway, stop in to Papa's and Beer. They got the World Cup on right now. They got baseball support. You know, I'm sure if you go up there during a broadcast, they'll put the game on for you. But delicious California-themed Mexican cuisine. Also want to remind you to join our Patreon. Again, if you go to patreon.com/BBUniversityWNC, you're going to see that we have a full media conglomerate going on with power rankings and players of the week and podcasts, highlight films. We're trying to work on our Legion. I don't even know if I want to call it a preview anymore. It's been taking a while trying to get all this information from the Legion programs, but we're almost done. That'll be up there soon. We also have our Team of the Year write-ups for the mountains and the foothills up on the Patreon right now. I like writing. I was an English teacher. I had some good feedback, some good comments from some of our fandom on the projects we do. So if you want to help support us, you can join the Patreon for $1, or you can add some more to help build some of our scholarship funds. So we have a $1 membership, $5, $10, $20, $50, and $100 memberships. And again, those are monthly memberships, and we don't have a $100 membership yet. That's our Grand Slam membership, but we have a couple $100. That's our home run memberships, and half of the Grand Slam and half of the home run
bottom of the 4th for post 21.
monthly dues go to building our
Zach
baseball
Carson.
university scholarship fund. We raised $1,200 this year, split it up into 2 scholarships. Gave the first one to Braden Davis last Wednesday at Mars Hill. And we have another one we're going to be giving out at the end of June here. It is a Legion baseball player. I don't think he knows he's getting it yet, but we will be doing that broadcast that day and surprising him. It'll be a doubleheader that day. We'll try to catch him in between games, so we'll announce that one in a few weeks. Had 2, the last 2 years I had a $500 scholarship. When we started the Patreon, the memberships helped grow it to $1,200. We thought about maybe doing 1 scholarship for $12, but we figured, hey, let's share the love. We split up into 2 for $600. So ground ball here by Zach Carson. That ball is booted at shortstop there, so it'll be an E6. That's Maddox right out there. That's shortstop at the E6. So Zach Carson is the first leadoff runner to reach base for Burke in this game, even with the 4-1 lead. So Cannon Morrison up now. Might be another good time for a bunt here. They're looking for those Chad McMahon insurance runs. Squares the bunt. He's got the right idea. It's ball outside, 1-0. So Grayson Payne out there for a 4th inning work. So he's worked 3 innings so far, 4 runs all earned. Has collected 4 strikeouts. So Harvey up on the edge of the grass at third. Holbrook holding the runner at first base. Pop up here. This is right at home plate, tailing back and caught by Boone Carver. So picture perfect play of the pop up by Boone Carver. Leads to out number 1. Back to the top of the lineup with Zeb Kuhn. So Kuhn struck out in the first, grounded into a double play in the 2nd inning. Here in the fourth, runner on first is Zach Carson, seeking some insurance runs. Lights on here at Shuey. So Kuhn squares the bunt, pushes it foul towards the home dugout. So Kuhn out in center field this evening. Recent commit to Catawba Valley Community College. I found that out right when I pulled up today. He ran up to me and let me know, hey, got me listed as uncommitted. I committed right during the state tournament there. I was like, oh, my bad. So I made a few mistakes here trying to rush the information for the broadcast. But I got to remind you, and again, I ain't mad about it, but some of the Legion coaches will ask for information about 2 weeks ahead of time and not get it till the day of the game. Made a mistake the other day on a roster. Forgot to put our good old buddy Caleb Costner on the roster for Post 82. His mom emailed me. He was like, why didn't you put Caleb on there? I'm like, I would never do that to Caleb on purpose. You know that's a mistake. You know, Caleb's going to be at Caldwell next year, Coach Deaton. Very good player from Crest. So I told Zeb the same thing. I was like, I'm sorry, man. I'm trying to keep up with it the best I can. Found out a minute later his teammate Trevor Thronberg also committed to CVCC. So I had two guys listed as uncommitted in the pregame, so we apologize. But I promise you here at Baseball University, if there's ever your son's name's ever missing, I promise I ain't got no ill intent. I'd be a pretty strange person if I stayed at home looking for reasons to upset kids for no reason at all.
Definitely hurt the business model.
What you got there? You're watching Texas versus who we got? Georgia?
Yeah.
0-0. Just started.
So
we're going to lose Hunter's attention here.
We won't lose it. It's just going to be multitasking a little bit.
Who's on the bump for Georgia tonight?
Big U. Slinker, slider mix, 59% ground ball rate. So we'll see what happens with.
Low nines guy?
Yeah. He
It's
can
like,
touch a little bit.
Is he like your number 2, number 3 guy?
Number 3. And he won't go far.
Kuhn reaches out and pushes one foul. Stays in the park, but way out the distance for Braylon Thompson to catch it. So 2-2 count now. Again, Carson on first base. Morrison with the pop-up foul to the catcher for 1 out. So 1 out, 1 on. Bullpen's quiet now for Asheville. We're assuming that Tristan Sumner probably got warmed up loose. He's going to be your relief arm this evening. Foul ball off the
There's some
leg of
activity
Kuhn
in
there.
I wouldn't call it the bullpen. I call it behind the dugout during when I checked on camera too. So might be seeing someone else come in for Cohen.
A good game for Christian. I mean, he's definitely done all he could to put Burke in position to win a ball game here. The pitching for Burke has been okay this year. The main issue's been scoring runs. Caden Michaels took care of that today. Kuhn's going to push one out in the center field. Good track by Brown for out number 2.
I don't hate these approaches from Burke County.
Here's Mason Mosteller. Again, Mason, a rising sophomore at Pfeiffer. Younger brother Maddox is his double play partner this evening. So Mason at short, Maddox at second. Must be a cool feeling to play on the same field as your brother. My brother is 4 years behind me, so I was a senior when he was an 8th grader. We never had the opportunity to play on the same teams together, but you know, Alex Hanna and Cameron Hanna at North Henderson last year. Got the 2 twins, McElhoun twins at Newton Conover. Trying to think any other brothers we know playing together this year. Sellers up at Hayesville. Rhett Sellers, the freshman. Jackson was the senior.
Yeah.
Jeff and Kyle and Ryan ever get to play on the same team?
Yes.
So Deckers, that was years ago
Ryan
at this
was
point.
16, Kyle was 18.
Ball out here. What's our count? That ain't right.
1-1.
Is it 1-1? That's what I thought.
Colby and Kyle Branch got to play on opposite teams last night in the College World Series. One for Georgia, one for Oklahoma. So that was pretty cool.
You know, being an Orioles fan, you always refer back to Cal Ripken and Bill Ripken playing together. My wife's from Aberdeen, knew them coming up through high school. They played on the same team there. Strike on the corner, 2-2.
Juice is wild.
So Payne,
Go, Mace.
again, tough first inning for Payne, but he's battled. He's been competitive. He's going to give good innings at CVCC. This is high there.
This will be the last game that they probably get to play together.
Really?
Sadly,
What's going on after this?
3 weeks of travel ball. Being in Atlanta.
I got you.
For Maddox.
I got you. So throwing over on Carson, it's 3-2 count, but only 1 out, so he doesn't have to go yet here. Actually, no, I got 2 outs. He will be going. I'm sorry. Our scorekeeper here is behind a little bit up on the big scoreboard. That's my fault. So strike 3. Runner was going. I don't know about the throw over as a righty on a 3-2. I think I might try to do it every once in a while if I was a lefty, you know. You see that pick the other day? Is it Seattle? Where, like, they juked Altuve at first base. Like, you know, first baseman kind of playing off the bag, on the bag. Kind of juked him. He took an extra step. The throw came in, had him dead in the water. They tried to do it again later in the game, but the first baseman wasn't moving back to first on the throw, so they correctly called him on the balk for not throwing to the bag and throwing to the player.
That's been a big emphasis in umpire meetings.
I remember we were playing, it was NABF World Series summer after my junior year of high school. We were down in Tennessee playing, and I was taking a lead off second base. It was a really controversial call. I remember this pitcher spun and threw it. It looked like he was throwing it right at me, and he was throwing it to the shortstop who was right next to me, and I got in a rundown, and I'm sitting there, like, thinking, like, something's not right with this play. They tagged me out, but then they called a balk, and I got to go to third base. And I knew something was – that's when I learned that rule. It was like you had to they called it a balk because they threw it to the guy who was standing next to me as opposed to the bag. So,
which is a good rule to have.
It is a good rule. Anyway, let's talk about
to manipulate it. Teams are.
Yep. Let's talk about our 5th inning sponsor, and it's a good one. It's Atlantic Bay Mortgage with Jennifer Duvall. They are proud sponsors of American Legion Post 70 and our American Legion Streaming Series broadcast. You want a mortgage lender that knows how to win? Then Atlantic Bay is the one that's going to hit a grand slam for you with a smooth loan process, products for your unique needs, and an outstanding service reputation that treats you like an MVP long after the closing table. If a new home or refinance is in your game plan, then call Atlantic Bay today. Atlantic Bay Mortgage Group and Jennifer Duvall. Thank you for your sponsorship. Mortgages can be tricky. You definitely want somebody that knows how to maneuver that industry, because tough now with these interest rates. You know, you kind of look at what was it, like 2020 was really the last time interest rates were at like notably low. So you're gonna have to find a mortgage lender that's gonna help you navigate that, kind of prep you for refinance in the future when interest rates do drop. House ownership. You know, especially for you young kids listening, you got to start thinking now, like, how are you going to get there? You know, it's all planned.
Save,
Yep, gotta
and
save
get a good down payment and a good lender.
Cross your fingers from time to time and hope for some lottery numbers. Yeah. You ever played the lottery? I've never bought a lottery ticket before.
I bought a lottery ticket when I turned 18, but that's about it.
JoJo Brown with a pop-up here. That might be in no man's land. Mosseller makes a great effort on it, but it is going to drop. Oh, they saying foul ball? Foul ball. Okay, I thought it was a double for JoJo Brown. Quick out the box in no man's land. I can't tell. I don't have the angle. Umpire says foul. Coach Decker going to come out and question it a little bit here for sure. I think he's wondering who made the call. Was it the field umpire or the home plate umpire? Not sure what that's about, but 3-1 count.
Oh, they probably got the bullpen.
What's that count ain't right? What is our count?
I have one too.
Yeah, I gotta stop using the.
I don't know what we got going on the scoreboard. I got one too.
Walk up in the Shuey Park press box up there, see what they got in their cup. Well, JoJo Brown's telling them to wake up now with a foul ball back into the press box. So what we got now?
1-2.
1-2 is your count. Okay, so JoJo Brown here, 1-2, fighting hard against Cohen Christian. Swing a drive to left field. See if that hangs up. It is over Carson's head and up against the fence on a bounce. That'll be a stand-up double for Jordan Brown. So Jordan Brown thought he had a bloop double, and then he's like, nope, I'm going to go ahead and just hit me a freaking nuke off the left field fence. He wants a real double. Yeah. So JoJo Brown, leadoff double here to start the fifth against your Anderson rising sophomore out there, Division II baseball player. Then Boone Carver to the plate. Boone had a hard line drive out to center field in the first, and then popped out foul in the third.
The age-old question: leadoff double, you lay the bunt down. I mean, it's your catcher.
Carver's big swing catcher, swinging a good bat lately. I think you got to let the barrel play on this one.
I agree. Big field here too.
Yep. Pop fly here. It's going to be Maddox Mosteller. Hauls it in for out number one. I still stand by what I said. Let him swing. So Ty Aycock to the plate. Ty drove in the first run of the game for the Cardinals with an RBI single in the third inning. What's your score there? Georgia 0-0.
Gotta have a big jam. Dylan Vickey did. Couple runners on.
That's a nice looking sweeper there.
It's going to be a really fun game.
Looking at the Georgia-Texas highlights.
It's the College World Series, the best time of the year. They can hear our double commentary.
Yeah, why are you watching this? Games. Flip the channel. You should be watching the College World Series. No,
you should be watching this on your phone or your iPad, and then watching your College World Series on your TV.
Screen. There you go.
Or if you're like me, you have two TVs in your bedroom, and you watch the replay of the high school game after the streaming series against your Braves in the middle of the night.
See how we got to improve for the next one.
Hey.
There's a hard single through the 5-5. Jordan Brown's got plenty of speed. Throw's going to come home. Safe. No slide. So RBI single again. Carbon copy for Ty Aycock. And the score now is 4-3. So Asheville within one. Trying to creep all the way back here. Cohen Christian still in there dealing. Only one out. Aycock going to run for himself. That's right. He's the DH. He's not the catcher tonight, so he can run for himself. Maddox right up now, 1 for 2. Takes a strike on the middle end. Wright was a dual threat in high school. Was essentially the closer for Pisgah and played shortstop, first base, outfield. He can play a lot of different positions for you. He's at shortstop tonight. He's athletic enough to do it, but he'll tell you he's probably not a true shortstop. His best position is probably first base, but he's athletic enough to play all around the diamond. I think he's got a little bit of Dustin Mann on the bump. He's got some intensity and a good slider. Couldn't hold it up there. It's a 1-2 count coming now. It's a big spot here for Wright in a 1-2 count. Is that a changeup from Christian? You might want to go right back to that. A miss high there. Talking to several college pitching coaches this summer already, just kind of checking in, starting to talk 27s a little bit. It's crazy how the conversation is. I mean, velo is important still, but the conversations have switched to secondaries, especially changeups. Like, coaches right now are looking for big-time changeup pitchers, guys that throw hard but can drop in a changeup just like that. Was that change or curveball?
I think it was changeup, man. It didn't have a lot of up and down movement.
So again, changeup is the equalizer right now in college baseball. You know, talking to a lot of the JUCO guys, they said 85, 86, 87 without good secondaries is getting absolutely nuked in high school. They said that get me over curveball just doesn't work anymore, you know.
of the same
Jackson.
slot, and you just like when you're trying to swing over the top of that fastball and the curveball just sitting there, it's like
Well, it's
you just
also
wait
faster, stronger athletes.
Yeah.
They pick up the spin. They stay on that front foot now. They don't collapse, and they just hit bombs. Baseball, we got to remember, even at the JUCO level, you're looking at 95% of the high school players that you played against that are gone. Swing a drive by Pavone here. It's going to split the gaps. That ball's going to get down, and everybody's running. Aycock better get on his horse. Pavone's going to stop a second. Throws coming home. There will be a play. Safe at the plate. Big double by Pavone. Takes third on the throw. So Jackson Pavone, been a great pitcher at Wesleyan and Legion this year, but also showing that he's got offense to his game. Big double there. Tie score, 4-4. Asheville coming all the way back after falling behind 3-0 in the first. This inning was the JoJo Brown double. The Aycock single scores him, and the Pavone RBI double scores Aycock all the way from first base. Again, Pavone taking third on the throw home. Excellent base run with that play in front of him. Cole Holbrook now, the rookie, coming up in a big spot. Trying to see if he can give Host 70 the lead. He'll be facing a new pitcher here, new arm coming in. Left-hander number 16, which I don't know if I have my roster in front of me, so I got to figure out who number 16 is. All right, let's see if I can find a roster here. I'll just look at my commit list. Do we got any left-handed pitchers? Who do we have here? I don't know if I have a left-handed pitcher. Miles Cohen, Kyle, Barger.
Do I have this saved? Let me check.
I was going to say, who we got here on the bump? Is that Barger? Okay, so Barger shook. He is at Brevard College right now. He's a rising sophomore. Barger was a East Burke graduate, I believe, 2 years ago. So the lefty taken over here for Christian. Final line for Christian is 4 2/3. 1, 2, 3, 4 earned runs. I'm just to make sure there's no errors here. So 4 earned runs. How many hits you got?
8.
8 hits. And he struck out 1, 2 batters. And he walked.
Now on the mound for Post 21, number 16.
Yeah, only 2 walks
Barger
were in the 4th
Shook.
inning there, so pretty clean on the bump. So 4 2/3, 4 runs on 8 hits, 2 strikeouts, and 2 walks. Right now, it's a no decision unless that runner on third scores. That runner is tallied to Christian, so we'll see if Shook can lock it down here in relief. First pitch fouled off by Holbrook for strike 1.
Batting for Post 70.
So again,
Number
Shook
18,
is able.
first baseman Cole Holbrook.
If Shook is able to end the threat, then Christian will go into the books as a no decision. 0-1 delivery here from Shook. Ooh, didn't miss by much there. I think he held his swing, but I was wondering if it might have just been a strike on the middle out. So
That's what I was thinking.
So 1-1. So again, with the back to the runner, Pavone could be getting a better lead there. You know what I'm saying? It's not like he's going to spin on him. That'd be a balk. So I'd like to see Pavone get a bigger secondary lead here, be able to score on a pass ball or even a wild pitch that doesn't get away much, like a dirt ball. So again, 2-1 delivery. Bounces it here. That's what I'm saying. You get about 3 more steps on that secondary, and that ball.
You're up easy.
Braden Korn was master of that at North Henderson. Like, I saw him take home plate on balls that bounced 3 feet away from the catcher just because he was on it. He was seeing the trajectory of the baseball before it even got to the catcher, so he knew if it was going to be hitting the dirt just on the angle it was coming out the hand.
Ball 4, so Holbrook takes his second walk of the game. He's 1 for 1 with a single and 2 free passes, so first and third.
With the runners at the corner, brings up the third baseman, number 20, Jake Harvey.
So Coach Raby down there yelling out some number schemes.
Coach Lindsay at state games?
He may, yeah. Coach Lindsay is not here today. He's at state games. I think it's him, Coach Stakar from Reynolds, Coach Clemens from
Smoky,
and then Coach Jones from Irwin. Is that the 4 coaches this year? I don't know. I don't know how they
Is
decide
Coach
that.
Shepard, or was he just
Oh,
out
it could be Zach. Yeah.
Tuscola? He was out
I don't
there
know. How
that
do they
one.
determine?
I don't
You don't know?
actually know. I know that.
I ain't trying to dog
Yeah.
nobody, but man, I want that job. I want to be able to pick the team. You know what I'm saying? We do the broadcast all year. It's like you get to see everybody. I would love to pick that team. But again, half the battle is getting the kids to actually try out. It blows my mind when I see our best players sometimes not trying out for state games. I just don't understand.
Big opportunity for Harvard. 2 outs here.
2-1. So Harvey, strikeout victim in the second. Then he had a beautiful sac bunt in the fourth that allowed the sac fly RBI for Adwaters to follow. 4-4 is our score here. And our our junior Legion call-ups are a big part of that. You know, some good defensive plays out there. Again, Harvey at third, Holbrook at first. So they look like they're holding their own just fine here in the senior action. 2-2 delivery coming. Shook fires. Swing and a foul tip. Right back next to the home plate camera.
Safe once again. Knock on the new clipboard that you bought me.
And 3 years running, no camera's been hit yet by a ball.
I like this. Got kept plastic on it.
We're going to do that 2-2 pitch again. Runners stay. Swing and a little tapper to first base, picked up by Michaels, and he's going to apply the tag to Harvey for the final out. So nice job by Shook to come in and end the rally. Cohen Christian will go into the books now with a no decision. Heading into the bottom of the fifth, Maddox, Mostetler, Caden Michaels, and Trevor Thronberg to the plate. Well, I guess is the Legion equivalent to a 7th inning stretch. So feel it.
Take me out to the ball game, you know, stretching a lot. Yeah, I want to talk about social media a little bit. Stay connected to social media with our Baseball University of the Blue Ridge. Please go like and subscribe on YouTube. That'd be really awesome. Get a lot more subscribers. Get some interaction in the chat where you're watching from. I know we got some long-time viewers in there right now. That's youtube.com/@BB_University_WNC. Like us on Facebook, Baseball University of the Blue Ridge. Ryan does a great job of updating all the groups to the local communities on Facebook, getting all the information out there, even if some of them comment on old posts sometimes. But he is a stingy person about that, and will always make sure that poster in every single community group, even if they get approved 2 weeks later. Follow us on X and
Is that
Instagram.
what happens, you think? Is they get approved like 2 weeks later and then it shows
I think
up,
so.
And then they're like, hey, what's up with these ratings? I'm like, they're old.
I think so. Well, follow us on X and Instagram at BB University WNC. And check out the website, baseballu.org.
Yeah, YouTube went over 1,000 subscribers the other day. So that activated something in there. They sent me an email about monetization or something new we can do. But I'm like, I don't even care. YouTube sucks. Yeah. And here's why. Every time we do a game and you hear like a walk-up song in the background, they immediately hit us for copyright. And they're like, can't monetize. I'm like, it's not like I'm putting Take Me Out of the Ball Game on or Welcome to the Jungle or whatever, So I don't know, YouTube. Every time I've tried to contact you, I know I'm talking to some sort of AI bot, so it's not even worth it. X account, let's see, what are we at? Like over six on the way to 7. No meme pun intended. So we got almost 6,000 or 7,000 subscribers on X.
Pretty good.
Instagram's growing. I mean, I guess that's the one that's the most popular with the kids, but I don't even understand it. I don't know. I just put stuff on there, I guess. Facebook's the best for neighborhood communication.
Leading off.
Glad to be
bottom of
back
the
in
fifth
Burke
for
County.
Post 21, number 12.
Tried to
second
post on all the
baseman,
Burke
Maddox
neighborhood
Mosteller.
web pages this morning, so hopefully we got some locals watching or just finding out about what we do. We went to Freedom this year. We went to Patton High School this year, hoping to go back.
The only one we're missing the last 2 years, East Burke.
Yeah.
Got to hit up East Burke one year.
Yeah, I think East Burke's guys are salty at us. But here's the deal. We appreciate you, East Burke. We're trying. We try to spread out 25 broadcasts, try to see a little bit of everything.
I will say, them changing conferences this year really affected things.
Yep.
Because was that the Western Piedmont?
Yeah,
3A, 4A.
Western Piedmont.
That's a tough one to. We didn't get but what, 2 games? Was it 2 games, 3 games featuring Western Piedmont teams?
We did East Rutherford versus South Point. We did RS versus Chase, and we did High Brighton versus Patton. So 5
And that
teams.
High Brighton Patton one was a late ad.
It was. It was a good host. We're still trying to figure out why Burke County wants to charge $150 to do a broadcast. The only 2 counties that that was a hard shot to center field. JoJo Brown with a read on it. So good metrics, but out in the book. You know what I'm saying? It's funny how you can hit one 100 miles per hour for an out, and then you can have a swing and bunt.
Well, that would qualify as a quality at bat.
Does it?
It's a hard hit ball, man. It's a hard hit ball.
I thought, is that really a quality bat, or is
Yeah,
that like
that's
a
one
high
of the
school?
things.
Okay. So QAB.
Remember the Quab helmet?
Yeah. So it's just straight hard hit.
I mean,
Okay.
I'd say that's a hard hit ball.
I'm not arguing that.
If that's 2 or 3 degrees left or
Now
right, that's a
batting
double
for
in the
Post
count.
21, first baseman, number 19.
You've also
Caden
got a
Michaels.
very good center fielder out here who can track those balls down and make it look really easy.
Jordan Brown's a good athlete out there. So new pitcher you might have noticed is Tristan Sumner, sidewinder. He's been able to dial it up into the high 8s, low 9s. He was up to 88 last week when we saw him. Grayson Payne, no decision now, saved by his offense in the last inning. He worked 4 innings. He allowed 4 runs. They were all earned. How many hits? He had 7 hits he allowed. Struck out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 batters. Payne walked 1. Just 1 batter on the evening, so nice outing by Payne overall. So another fly ball out to JoJo out there. So Payne, final line, 4 innings pitched, 7 hits, 4 runs, 5 Ks, 1 walk. He will get the no decision as well. New pitcher here, Tristan Sumner, 2 quick outs on the fly balls to Jordan Brown. Trevor Thronberg up for a 3rd time. He's 1 for 2 at a hard single up the middle in the 3rd inning. And Sumner going to be at Florence Darlington next year. Very good junior college program down there in South Carolina. Older brother just finished up at Wake Tech. He was part of that World Series appearance team. Heads up! Well, that bat just went flying, nails the front facade of the visitors' dugout. And that bat went further than half the baseballs we saw hit today. I might be down for the House of Power big swing of the game.
What do you think, Sheldon? You watching?
Yeah, speaking of House of Power, Coach Sheldon had his camp this week. He had some sort of House of Power camp as well. I'm going to have to get with him next year and tell him to make sure not to do it on the same weeks as like the North, the West camp. Did East do a camp this year?
Maybe. I think so. It was
Hendersonville, no. They're definitely not doing a camp. Hendersonville, though, did just hire a new varsity coach, Coach Barker.
Yeah, former rugby head coach.
So hopefully Barker can create some stability to a Hendersonville high school varsity program that's had 5 head coaches in 4 seasons. Nothing. That program frustrates me so much. I ain't mad at none of the kids or nothing. I'm not mad for them. You know, that program has a legacy to it. It's got a beautiful stadium. They deserve more over there. 3 up, 3 down. Nice inning for Tristan Sumner. 2 fly balls and a K. Heading into the top of the 6th. Game still tied. It's going to be number 9 hitter Zeke Atwaters then to the top with Braylon Thompson and JoJo Brown. So again, we're in that insurance run territory, looking for those Chad McMahon insurance runs, but I guess you can't get an insurance run when it's tied, technically. So I want to thank our 6th inning sponsor, AC Reynolds Booster Club. Again, got a couple boosters involved in the Legion broadcast this year. So thank you to AC Reynolds Boosters for sponsoring the 6th inning, and want to remind you to help grow your local baseball programs and athletic departments by supporting your local boosters. Communities that support their youth will see their local graduates lift off as they enter into adulthood. And yes, that is an AC Reynolds pun. We appreciate Reynolds for sponsoring the 6th inning. So whether it's Reynolds or any of your hometown high schools, I don't care if it's $20 or 20,000. If you can give it to your local high school baseball programs. Help them build up. It's a very expensive sport. Field upkeep, paying coaches. You know, it's just one of those things where it takes money to make trees fall. And you look at some of the better programs out in the mountains, it's the ones that get the most funding. You know, they can support their players the most. You got some that can take their kids on national tournaments, you know, fly them halfway across the country. You know what I'm saying? So, and then there's others that are just trying to buy some extra baseballs. Their programs in a different spot. They all grow with the funds they need. So Barger shook back out for another inning. He faced 2 batters in the 5th, a walk and a ground out. So a third of an inning so far. Shook is at Brevard College playing under Vinny Carone. Saw one of Barger's teammates today at North Henderson Camp, Stash Spear. Stash looking athletic. He's looking strong. He's always a pretty good pitcher in high school, but this is the first time I've seen him where he looks like he's toned up. And I think he got a couple accolades at Brevard this year. I want to say Stash got like rookie pitcher of the week, maybe 1 week. I'd have to go back and look, but
Leading off the
bit of a pitching.
What is that for
Atwater.
conference?
What's that?
Is that a conference rookie pitcher of the week?
I think so. USA South.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, I mean, there's a little bit of a youth movement going on at Brevard. They've graduated some of their better seniors from the last couple seasons. So down year, but still a strong roster. It'll be better a year later. Swinging a ground ball up the middle for Zeke Atwaters. So 1 for 2 with a sac fly RBI on the day for Zeke. Now Braylon Thompson up for a 4th time. Braylon is 2 for 3, 2 singles, a stolen base, and a run scored. Say Braylon grounded out to first base to end the 4th inning. It was a hard shot, nice play by Michaels, and in the race to the bag, he tripped, did a front somersault.
Now batting right fielder number 2, Braylon Thompson.
Got back up unscathed, was fine. So a little bit of a moment, but he was just fine. So lefty on lefty matchup here. Good take. Again, Braylon has one of the best eyes in baseball. He does not chase, which has been a big metric when I noticed in the draft the last couple of years is choosing hitters that have good swing percentages. The one guy that was drafted out of Western last year by the Braves, you know, I'm talking about 20th round pick,
Yeah.
Mason something. I think that was his name. I can't remember. But when he got drafted, I was a little curious. I called Cordy. I'm like, hey, man, like, you know, because I was a little bummed that Trent Turner didn't get drafted. Should be. Hopefully he gets drafted this year. But when I seen him call the number in the 20th round for the other guy, slow grounder to first here, picked up by Michaels, and it's going to be a no play. So speed kills. Braylon Thompson putting the pressure on there. It'll be an E3. 1st and 2nd now. What was I saying there?
Mason getting drafted by
So
Braves.
was it Mason Snyder? I got to go back and look. I might be way off. It might not even be Mason. But anyway, this kid that the Braves drafted, you know, he had a good year, but I called Cordy. I was like, why him? Like, why? And they're like, swing percentage. Like, he doesn't chase. Like, they said that metric stood out to them enough as a hitter. And who's the catcher for Coastal last year? Bodine.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he was another guy who just doesn't swing at pitches out of the zone. So that metric is coming up a lot in the draft, I noticed. Now, obviously, you got to be able to swing it. Got to have pop. Got to have athleticism. But if you can show that you can control the zone, you may find yourself drafted. So it's a big meeting here. You know, it's 4-4, so it's crunch time here with 2 runners on and nobody out. Hunter's hoping for a Brevard Boosters sack bunt here. JoJo Brown, though, did hit a hard double back in the 5th inning there. Hit the fence on a bounce. The way Sumner's been pitching, I think I'm going for the bunt here. You know what I'm saying? Like, just get the run. Whereas maybe a week ago, I'm saying let the bats play. So, yeah, I'm thinking bunt. We'll see what Coach Decker and staff have in mind here. Michael's up on the grass. Looks like Duncan's even with the bag. Good speed on the bags, too. It's probably 2 of the fastest, if not the 2 fastest players on the Asheville Cardinals roster, and Thompson and Adwaters. JoJo Brown will be up there, too. Here's a pick play. Oh, and it might not even matter. Chaos. Speed creates chaos. So they had Atwater's pick, but he didn't stop. He kept running as if he was stealing the bag. They had to force the throw. Throw goes wide. Atwaters comes around to score. Thompson all the way to third base. So I'm going to give Atwaters the stolen base at third. It'll be an I guess that was E6, was it, on the back pick there? So E6. Thompson was not in motion on that yet, so he will not get a stolen base. So we'll give it to Atwaters, the Carolina Pack and Go stolen base. And Carolina Pack and Go helping you move from one base to the next. Now Jordan Brown, you don't have to think about bunting anymore.
Swing away, swing away. That was one of those interesting plays where you've seen out a lot in MLB on the double plays at second with 2 outs. You continue to round the base, and he continued to round third base no matter what the situation was going to be. He was scoring.
Yep.
He was scoring no matter what on that play.
Makes it interesting here now. Cardinals take the lead with some aggressive base runners, 5-4. Jordan Brown here trying to look for that Chad McMahon insurance run. That's going to be a wild pitch. Braylon Thompson is going to score easily on the wild pitch. So ball zipped right past his chin there, but scored nonetheless, 6-4. Makes it a tough conversation now for player of the game, because there isn't necessarily a stat line that's jumping way out at us yet. Braylon Thompson scoring 2 runs. Ty Aycock with the 2 RBI singles. Jackson Pavone with a game-tying RBI double. Zeke Atwaters having a good game out of the 9-hole. It's 3-2 delivery. Ball outside. So JoJo Brown draws a walk. Still nobody out. I bring Boone Carver up for a 4th time. Boone 0 for 3 right now. 2 pop-ups in those last 2 at-bats. So this one's starting to slip away from Burke County here. They were up 4-1 heading into the bottom of the 3rd inning. However, Post 70 scored 5 unanswered runs since then.
Well, no. Well, yes. Sorry, math. Math and dyslexia from the scoreboard. A lot of numbers up there. There's been more half innings where runs scored than half innings where there weren't.
Say offensive game.
Did you have the over?
I don't know. I don't know what the over is coming into this game. So off speed's going to miss outside there. 2-1 now to Boone Carver.
Definitely the over in hits today. 16 total.
We're going to see. You're going to check a swing out there. Nope. So no swing. So 3-1 count. Did they call a strike?
That's what I thought. I had 2-2.
The umpire called it?
Yeah.
Okay, umpire. If he called, then 2-2.
I had 2-2.
So nobody out here seeking some insurance runs. I think it's a 2-2 delivery coming. Ball out, full count now. So full count pitch coming. Ball low, ball 4. So back-to-back walks to Brown and Carver. No outs. So Henry Love going to be the courtesy runner for Boone Carver, the catcher. Henry Love has got a lot of foot speed. East Henderson center fielder. However, he's got JoJo Brown ahead of him on the base pass. So no stolen bases, most likely, unless they do a double steal. Ty Aycock now having a good game. Ty 2 for 3 with 2 RBI singles and a run scored. It's a good chance for him to put some more runs up on that board and send Sumner back out there with a lead, a bigger lead. Trying to build on a crooked number here. Again, Aycock, the recent graduate from Inca High School. Inca, a little bit of a down year, but did win a playoff game.
Beat crosstown rival Irwin. Warriors.
And Ty, he'll be at Mars Hill next fall. He's going to be rooming with the Burke County starting pitcher tonight, Cohen Christian. So I believe they played summer baseball together as well. Ground ball to the first base, and Michaels picks up, throws to second for 1. It'll be a fielder's choice. So it's 3-6 on the putout. Fielder's choice for Aycock. So first and third now with 1 out.
Back in that sticky situation again. Get some runners in motion, get some chaos going. I remember you called that play chaos back when we coached together.
So Maddox Wright working on a 1 for 3 evening. Lefty versus lefty. And Aycock, decent speed out there for a catcher. More importantly, it's the speed of Brown on third base. It could make things interesting here on the first and third play.
I anticipate a bump play here.
Ball low. I mean, with 2 walks in the inning, I'm probably having take until I get 1 strike. You know, just trying to let him get deep into the count. Say a very modest lead from Aycock at first. Good take. Oh, called it on the pitch. So 1-1. So 1-1 count. 1 out. And Shook, the relief pitcher, came in at the end of last inning. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Man, I'm getting the yawns right now.
Got a long day. Sat in
I
traffic
say
for a
our
little
last
bit.
2 broadcasts have been extremely long days. We did last Wednesday at home against Cherryville. That was after the Mars Hill prospect filming, where I was up at 4:30 in the morning. And then today, North Henderson Youth Camp. I got about probably 6:30.
That's what time you woke up?
Yeah, I probably got about 6:30. I tried to push it a little bit as much as I could, get a little bit of sleep. I only live about 10 minutes from North, so.
I normally go about 6:30 and then get that 15 minutes of fake sleep and get up and move, and then
hit the old snooze box.
Every 9 minutes,
button.
It's like going.
Max Wright chasing on that one. Strike 3. So 2 outs now. Shook trying to work out of this one. Bring Jackson Pavone back up. Again, Pavone, big hit in the 5th inning. It was his RBI double that tied this game up. Again, Pavone, solid pitcher. He's been throwing really well for post 70 this summer. Threw some good innings for Wesleyan. But he is a two-way guy. He's got offensive production in him. Good left-handed swing, good athlete. He can bunt, he can slash. Squares the bunt here. Takes ball 1. So again, with 2 outs.
Yeah. They need to know that probably.
I mean, if you think you can get the bunt down, you got a lefty on the mound, you have to turn yourself all the way around.
I just want to make sure he's not trying to bunt, thinking it's 1 out, and he's actually got 2.
Runner goes here, no throw. Acock will take it without an attempt. So as a Carolina-Packngo stolen base for Acock, helping you move from one place to the next. Now there's 2 out there for Pavone. Left on left delivery coming. Shook. Misses wide. 2-0. So 2-0 delivery. Again, first base is open. Misses low. That was only 3-0. Is that 4? Maybe I missed a pitch there. Fair enough.
I don't know. I had 3-0 too.
So ball 4. Bases loaded. Cole Holbrook. So Cole, 1 for 1, had a single in the 2nd. Then he walked in the 4th, walked in the 5th. Cole making a Senior Legion debut, called up as post 70 is short a few men on the roster. They're missing Landon Wright, Liam Suttles, and Anderson Terrell to state games. And I believe there's a few others on the roster just out of town right now. So Harvey and Holbrook getting the start at the corners, and Henry Love on the bench tonight. It's one of the courtesy runners out there. He was retired on the fielder's choice. I was hit by Acock in this inning. That's 3 East Henderson prospects with collegiate ambition, collegiate potential. So 2-1 count here to Holbrook. Harvey on deck. And if Holbrook can extend this inning, they will have batted around. If Harvey can make it to the plate. Good take there. So 3-1 delivery coming up. You give him straight take? Just say, hey, you're taking this?
With as many pitches he's thrown this inning, yes, but up 2, that's why.
Doesn't matter. However, I was going to say on the backside there, you got to see if Acock might have been able to keep running on that one, but it's going to be a RBI walk. So Pavone up the 2nd, Acock over to the 3rd, and that is Jordan Brown scoring his 2nd run of the game. So mound visit here. Looks like Shook's day is done. Shook goes 1 inning. Got the final out in the 5th, 2 here in the 6th, so it's good for 1 inning of work. He's walked 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 walks, 1 K. Trying to see how many of these runs are earned. 1, 2, 3. So that's unearned. This one's unearned. I want to say only one of these runs is earned. This is why I fail in my scorekeeping all the time, is the dang unearned runs. All right, update on Texas, Georgia. What you got?
We got a pop fly foul ball on the first base side in foul territory with a runner on. Interesting rule, advances on the catch going.
If you fall out of
play,
they just give you the bag.
you get.
I think that's fair. I always thought like the rule is you have to come back over the wall with the ball.
Yeah.
Like if you were to throw the ball, like let's say you went over the wall and then
Yeah.
you threw it back in, I'll say that'd be a dead ball.
No, but
Score yet?
no score. First opportunity for the Dogs. So big day for West Virginia. Got to beat Carolina twice in bracket 1.
All right. Is that Nolan? All right, so new pitcher is going to be Nolan Ballard. Nolan, a rising senior at Drone. He's also an outfielder. He's got good potential, good size on the mound. Definitely a pitching project. So bases still loaded, 2 outs. All those runners are going to be attributed to Shook if they do come around. Cardinals have batted around now, as Harvey will be the 9th hitter of the inning. It's going to be a tough choice for player of the game if Asheville holds on to this. We've got a couple candidates here. Braylon Thompson, 2 for 4, 2 stolen bases, 2 runs scored. Jordan Brown, 1 for 3 with a walk and a double and 2 runs. Ty Aycock, 2 for 4 with the 2 RBIs, a run scored. Jackson Pavone, 1 for 2 with the 2 walks. The RBI double tied this game. Cole Holbrook, 1 for 1 with 3 walks and an RBI. Zeke Atwater, 1 for 2 with an RBI sac fly, a run scored, and a stolen base. So, I mean, definitely a team effort. Well, 1 pitch, 1 HBP.
Yeah.
So RBI HBP from Jake Harvey. Ty Aycock comes in to score his 2nd run of the game. Pavone to 3rd, Holbrook to 2nd. So Nolan Ballard starting us in off of the bang. So Atwater's up now for a 4th time.
Asheville scored as many runs this inning as they've scored the last 3.
Combined,
doubling the
yeah.
Burke County score.
Swing and a foul ball down the left field line. So strike 1. So again, Ballard got some length to him, wiry, good size. Looks like the frame could hold some more weight. Gonna try to stop the bleeding here. Just need 1 more out. Swing and a foul tip back to the fence. Nice slider there by Ballard. It's comfortable even in a baseball. Very fine weather. No wind. Not hot, not cold. Again, we thank you for joining us tonight. I think those hometown fans back in Asheville are probably enjoying this live stream, watching a comeback. I know the Burke County faithful are hoping for a comeback of their own after jumping out early in this game. It looked like they were going to turn the tide on that losing streak. Again, I think this Burke County team's got some good talent on it. Swing and a miss. Ballard with a nice slider. Strikes out Atwaters. And that is out number 3. So 10 come to the plate. There are, actually, this is a crazy one for you, Hunter. There's only 1 hit in that inning. So 1 hit, 5 walks. We had 2 errors, 4 runs scored. Heading into the bottom of the sixth, it's going to be Cohen Christian, Aaron Duncan, and Zach Carson. So lots of Chad McMahon State Farm Insurance runs on that one. A couple Western North Carolina driving school RBIs, even though it's not conventional, coming through the walk and the hit by pitch. But speaking of our in-game sponsors, let's thank them one more time. Again, I want to thank BF Stepp Electrical, our extra base hit sponsor, Blue Devil Athletic Booster Club, our sacrifice bunt sponsor, our stolen base sponsor, Carolinapackngo. Chad McMahon State Farm Insurance is our insurance run sponsor. House of Power, and the big swing of the game sponsor. We got to start figuring out who that's going to be. Got our quality home consultants, had a lot of quality at bats this evening. Had Southeastern Physical Therapy. And appreciate them. They're our health and availability sponsor. And Western North Carolina Driving School, our RBI sponsor. So, again, I want to thank them. Couldn't do the broadcast without our sponsors, especially our headline sponsor, Papa's and Beer of Hendersonville. Again, Papa's and Beer, California-themed Mexican cuisine, fine restaurant up here in Hendersonville. Worked hard to establish a reputation over the last 20 years. So next time you're up at in Henderson County near Asheville Highway, stop in at Papa's and Beer for lunch, dinner, takeout.
A staple of Henderson County. Been there a lot.
Cohen Christian leading off. He is 2 for 2 with an RBI. Threw pretty well. Started this game. He was 4 2/3, allowed 8 hits, 4 runs, collecting 2 Ks and 2 on 2
Leading off for
walks.
Post 21, number 15, pitcher Nolan Ballard.
Tristan Sumner was shut down in the 5th. Looks like he might be shut down in the 6th inning here too with that zip. Again, Sumner has some of the best stuff west of Charlotte. Got that sidearm slinger delivery. I've had him up to 91 on my gun in the past. Finally in a comfortable role. You know, he knows that his stuff plays better in relief. You know, high school last couple of years, out of necessity, and he knows it. It's not like it's anything to complain about, but in a starter's role. But now that he's heading into college, he's going to be at the back of that bullpen. He might be a guy we can track for a while with that interesting offering. A lot of horizontal break in his pitch craft, and one thing he's done a lot better job in the last few months is controlling that horizontal break, that nasty movement. He used to get away from him, some hit batters. I told him, don't worry about hitting batters. It's always going to be part of your game with your stuff, but really gotten it under control the last couple months. Kind of a coming out party in that Cherryville game. He just shut it down, helping Asheville hand Cherryville their first loss of the year last week. Foul off to the right side, foul.
Got any other games in Area 4 today that you know of?
We don't have an Area 4 max prep. It ain't as easy checking the
Yeah,
scores.
we do. We just
up.
don't have the scores, but
But
we have
not
the schedule. Shout out to Richard Walker.
If there's anybody watching in the chat that's at one of the other Legion games,
Post
shoot us some
29's at
scores.
Post 82. That's Caldwell at Shelby.
Oh, that'd be a good one.
Gaston Braves are traveling to Hickory. It's Post 48 versus 144's
That'll
at Dash
be a good one.
266. And then Gastonia 23 over at Rutherford County Post 423. And then out of area for Cherryville Post 100 against Union County.
Speaking of hit batters, we talked about that. It's going to be part of his game sometimes. So Duncan down to first base. Now brings Zach Carson up. Zach 0 for 2. Reached on there in the 4th inning. So that'll smart a little bit.
Number 17, Zach Carson.
Again, Zach is Johnson, Wales, Charlotte, rising sophomore, playing for Coach Huckey, Coach Burns down there in the city. Came on late last year in the recruiting process, ran into him at a game and liked what I saw and started talking to him and his family and got him caught up on the process real quick. Double play opportunity here. Oh, no, that's going to be booted by Pavone, and he throws it away into the dugout. So the runners are going to advance to third. Might be a play. He is safe at third base. So E4 allows the runners to advance. So first and third now, 1 out. This will be a good chance here for Burke County to try to get back in this game. Number 9 hitter Cannon Morrison coming to the plate. So looked like a tailor-made double play opportunity. Had a little English on it. Pavone not able to make the play cleanly. So Duncan makes it all the way to third base. Carson reaching at first. Second time he's reached on air this evening. Morrison's 1 for 2. This will be his third at bat of the evening. All right, back in action. So Sumner gets a sign. Quick pickoff, though.
Now batting, right fielder number 8, Cannon Morrison.
Carson got some speed at first base with this first and third situation. Might not be a bad time to try to create some chaos of their own. Little squiver. Maddox right in on the run. Rose to first base. They're going to say safe, so quick out the boxes. Morrison will be an infield single. Duncan scores from third base. So it'll be an RBI as well. So Morrison reaches safely. He's 2 for 3.
Now batting center fielder number 1, Zeb Kuhn.
Carson moves up to second. So Duncan comes in to score the 5th run for Post 21. Zeb Kuhn up for a third time. Zeb flew out center field his last at bat, 0 for 3 on the evening. So again, 8-5 score here. Tristan Sumner going to call his catcher, Boone Carver, out for a minute. Make sure they ain't crossing up on any signs, especially the runner on second now. Legion use PitchCom?
I don't know if they can afford it for.
So they're probably still
few
using
games.
smoke signals or carrier pigeons or something, you know?
No, Legion's probably in the era of where the pitcher had to announce what pitch he was throwing.
Is that like Civil War baseball?
After a Doubleday skit in was that Ridiculous 6 or Hateful 8? What are those number movies that you made a meme about during the playoff
Hateful
run?
Eight, yeah.
That you know the scene I'm talking about? That's
I don't know. I don't
where
think I've seen that
it's
one,
Chris
to be
Pratt
honest.
movie. I think it's Ridiculous 6.
Ridiculous 6, okay. I don't
And
know.
they are basically founding the game of baseball. I'll show you it on the way home. If you know what I'm talking about.
I like
viewers.
reading old books about that era, though. The game has changed. Ooh, he was able to hold the barrel up on that one. I don't think he went. So, what's your count?
3-1.
So 3-1 to Zeb Kuhn. Again, Zeb in center field this evening. Runners on first and second here. 3-1 count. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. So Sumner with a big K.
Strike 2.
Oh, you're right. That wasn't full count. What am I talking about? What am I talking about, Coach?
You're talking about trying to get some.
Now I gotta
rest.
hope. You know, it's like for the sake of the scorebook, does Sumner get the K here, so I don't have to edit it? Yes, he does. All right, so I don't have to.
You're just in the future.
Future man. Well, you know, when you're sidearm slinging at 90 miles per hour, it's not that hard to predict a K from time to time. So Mason Mosteller up. Mason think it was his dad, right? We were talking to here earlier. Said this is the last
Now
game
batting shortstop number 5,
that
Mason
Maddox and
Mosteller.
Mason will play together on the same team because Maddox, being younger, is about to hit the showcase scene a little bit for the next couple weeks, and that might take him out of the Burke County schedule for the rest of the year. So as far as family matters go, this might be the last official ball game these two ever play together. You never know. Might find each other in college again, you know. And Mason at Pfeiffer, Maddox still got time to make a decision.
Okay, Mace. Get on 2.
Come on, Mason.
So Mason 1 for 3 on the evening, scored a run. The first inning there, he was aboard for the home run. Caden Michaels. 0-2 count quickly here. Sumner dials. Oh, misses high there. So again, worry about the run on that fastball sometimes. Will get you. 1-2 count coming. He can snap it off after this pitch. It'd be a good setup tunnel for the slider. Hot foul back behind us here into the parking lot. See if it finds a vehicle. Second bounce. No. Third bounce. Oh, it's on the way into the next zip code now. I think of all the games we did this year, the only car I remember getting really rocked was one at Andrews.
Yeah.
There's one up there got smacked by a foul ball. Misses high there. So stumbling through the delivery a little bit there with Sumner. So I got to get under control, level those eyes. Nice job by Mosteller to work the count back even after falling behind 0-2. Ooh, hits him again. HBP. So interesting inning here for the Cardinals. Sumner strikes out Christian to start the inning. Then we had the E4. Excuse me, we had the hit batter, then the E4, then the single.
Find the gap.
Now batting
Then
the
another
second
K.
baseman number 12,
Another hit by
Maddox
pitch.
Mosteller.
Just find us a hole.
So best opportunity here for Burke to try to cut into this deficit. So bases loaded. Maddox 0 for 2, walked and scored in the first.
Not too big.
Might have been a little crossed up there. So Boone Carver calling timeout. Going to talk to his pitcher. 0-1 though will be the delivery. Again, we got players from East Burke, Freedom, Patton, East Rutherford, and Drone on this team. I think that's everybody. Here's the delivery. Sumner going from the windup. He's going to miss inside on this one. 1-1 count. Well, going from the windup, these runners should be able to get good secondaries. A gapper should tie. Obviously, a granny would put him ahead. Single would score 2, but a gapper, again, with runners with good secondaries getting bounced off these bags, a gapper could make it very interesting here. Delivery from Sumner. It's pushed out to right field. That'd be a base hit. 1 runs in. 2 runs in. And we got ourselves a ball game, folks. So 2 RBI single by Maddox Mosteller. He holds up at first. Brother Mason holds up at second.
Brings up the first baseman, number 19,
It's Carson and Cannon Morrison that come around to score
Hey, not too big, Kate.
the 6th and 7th run. That's going to bring Caden Michaels up, who, if you remember, started this game off with a bang in the first inning, a 3-run homer to put Burke ahead 3-0. But here we are 6 innings later, and it is 8-7. They're down 1. tie-in run at second, go-ahead run at first. Michael's the Caldwell commit. He will get an opportunity to be a dual threat there. Ground ball in the hole. Nice pick by Wright. Throws across. Excellent defensive play. Kills the rally. But there's one opportunity left for Burke as long as they can keep Asheville scoreless here in the top of the seventh. They send 8 to the plate, 2 hit batters, 2 singles, and an error, resulting 3 runs. 8-7 heading into the top of the seventh. It's going to be top of the lineup. So Braylon Thompson, JoJo Brown, and Boone Carver. Ooh.
1 error?
In that inning,
Yeah.
yes.
What inning was the other error in?
For Burke.
For Asheville Post.
Maddox booted a ground ball in the 4th inning. He booted Zach Carson's ground ball. So how many you got? 2?
Yeah.
Yeah, that should
I
be
just
right.
didn't have that inning one.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, it's right. We are getting tight here.
Let's thank our 7th inning sponsor. And it's a good one. Someone who's been with us for a while. It's Nova X Kinectics. So if you're a youth, high school, or college level pitcher, and you're trying to make gains in your player development, you need to get with Nova X Kinectics, directed by Anthony Payne. Coach Payne has worked with several Western North Carolina pitchers in the last few seasons and helped them make major jumps in their physicality, velocity, and overall athletic performance. By infusing data analytics and biomechanics, Coach Payne is trying to help pitchers get the most out of their potential. If you're looking to make strides in your pitching performance, get with Coach Payne at Nova X Kinectics ASAP. I think he's on Instagram, Facebook, and X. I've done a lot of work with him. I think he's a great pitching coach because he teaches routines, mentality, helps you really break down numbers. And again, the results are there. We've seen a lot of his guys go from high 7s to high 8s, low 8s to low 9s in the last year. So again, he does remote training and in-house. So if you got questions, look him up. Novex Kinetics, new school data, old school grit. So Braylon Thompson, 2 for 4, scored 2 runs in this game and 2 stolen bases. Been a top of the order threat. So 1-1. Braylon Thompson got a wonderful eye, so if he disagrees with a pitch, he may be right from time to time. But either way, it don't matter. 1-1 delivery coming from Ballard. Hard ground ball down the right field line, but that is foul. So 1-2 pitch coming in. Here's the pitch from Ballard. They're going to call it a ball there. I guess it's the old catcher's got to catch it rule because it looked like it might have been right down the chute. New life, though, for Braylon Thompson. It'll be a 2-2 count coming up. So pitch income from Ballard, working from the windup. Pop, foul. So a lot of length from Ballard, good equal and opposite. Seems to create some decent separation in delivery. Fast pace, gets the ball, gets a sign. Not wasting a lot of time out there. A miss high there, tried to spin one. It's going to be a full count incoming for Braylon Thompson. Again, Braylon, single in the first, stole base, was stranded. Single in the third, stole base, came around to score in the Acock single. Grounded out in the fourth. Reached on an E3 and a 6. Strikes out here to start the 7th. So it may end as a 2 for 5 evening with 2 runs and 2 stolen bases for Braylon. From Jordan Brown on the plate. Jordan A leadoff double in the 5th to start that rally that ended up tying this game. Scored on Ty Acock's RBI single in the 5th. So Jordan Brown 1 for 3. Again, Ballard came in to relieve Shook in the 6th inning. So again, Ballard came in the 6th, hit a batter and struck out a batter. Starts the 7th with a K. I'm going to call a strike there to Brown. So what count you got? Is that right? 3-1, 2-1.
Might be 3-1, but I've got 2-1.
Ballard's going to miss there, so it was 3-1. So ball forward to Brown. So Boone Carver up now. Boone
Now
walked in the
catcher,
6th.
number 7, Boone Carver.
0 for 3 on the die. Again, if you're Burke County here, got to limit free passes. Can't be making any errors here. Got to protect that 1-run lead. Got 3 more outs to work with in the bottom half of the 7th. So they might have a pretty good pitcher here in Ballard. They might need to start trying to figure out how to incorporate him a little bit more into the pitching rotation. Stuff's looking pretty solid. Lifts and goes. Ooh, he's going to hit him there. So hit by pitch. Boone Carver going to head on down to first base and at first and second. We'll see if Henry Love comes in to run for Carver again. So bring Acock up for a 5th time. Acock 2 for 4. Probably the dinger. Yeah. So Hunter's asking, what do we think about the big swing of the game? I mean, I know that they ain't winning right now, but that Caden Michaels home run was the loudest hit of the game still.
I mean, my thinking is if he doesn't hit that and he grounds out or he pops out or something, then this game's a whole lot different right now.
Oh, yeah. Jackson Pavone could be up for it, that game time double, but I think the thing about it, an actual just not the most valuable swing of the game. It's the biggest swing of the game.
Acock.
And you got to celebrate center field home run power.
You do.
So
I think that's what Sheldon would want with it being naming his company House of Power.
Yeah, House of Backside Singles.
And House of RBI doubles.
So again, Acock 2 for 4, 2 runs scored, 2 RBIs, got a stolen base to his name. Been pretty clutch, keeping the team in the game in the middle innings when they were chopping away at that score. Pickoff attempt here. So throw almost went sailing wide there at second.
And with that rule we were talking about earlier, how do you think that factors in? Where he's he's in the vicinity. It's not like he's standing at his position.
I wouldn't call it on that.
Not at this level, but.
Especially if he's working towards the bag. Fly ball, shallow center field, Kuhn in. He's able to make the catch. Runner tags for a minute. Brown dancing off, but no advancement. So Acock ends his day most likely 2 for 5.
2 away brings up the shortstop, number 16, Maddox Wright.
Wright 1 for 4 at a second inning single. Struck out his last 2 at bats, trying to reverse the curse here and look for a line drive with runner in scoring position. Here's delivery from Ballard, swing and a foul back into the wooded area back there. And Maddox played for the Pisgah Bears. They won the Mountain 8 this year. First year as the Mountain 8. Used to be the Mountain 7. The new addition of Brevard, making it a full 8 this year. So Pisgah won it outright. Good pitching for them this year. Zach Wester, Landon Wright, Maddox Wright. Fell in the third round to Stuart Kramer. And Maddox will be playing his college baseball at... Maybe. But it's in the books as a pickoff, so Jordan Brown picked off at second base. That'll end the inning. So again, it was bang, bang play. They went for it a couple times. Nice tag there. And he's out. So heading into the, let's see, so just the two of the walk, the hit by pitch, the pickoff, no runs scored, no hits. Heading into the bottom of the seventh, it is going to be Trevor Thronberg, Cohen Christian, and Aaron Duncan. Well, hey, we're going to go ahead and show you that big swing of the game. But before we do that, I want to shout out House of Power. So if you're looking for one-on-one lessons for hitting, pitching, catching, you're going to get with Sheldon Reed, former Clemson Tiger and professional baseball player. He's conveniently located in Mills River. You can check him out at hophendersonville.com. Again, that's HOP, hophendersonville.com to check in on lessons, facility memberships, and rentals. Here's your big swing of the game. This is the first inning with 2 men on, Caden Michaels against Grayson Payne. It was loud. I think Michaels knew it. That barrel just sounds different when you get it. And that put Burke up 3-0. And it looked like for a minute Post 21 was going to be fighting for the upset. They still could. It's only a one-run game. But again, Caden Michaels made a habit of hitting long balls last few seasons, and he'll probably continue that legacy at Caldwell. Here's another angle. Boom. He knew he got it with that slow trot out the box. Again, he's got a 90 mile per hour arm, and he carries a boomstick. So it'll be interesting to see how the JUCO route plays out for Caden Michaels. So thank you, House of Power. Been talking to Sheldon about maybe trying to do like a fall or winter showcase using his facilities and some of the technology he has over there.
Leading off for Post 21 at the bottom of the seventh.
Collaborate,
number 3,
continue to
Trevor
shout
Thunberg.
out and promote some of our better player development folks. You've heard me say it a million times. I think for high school players, a player development dollar is 3 times more valuable than a showcase dollar right now. The best thing you can prove to a college coach is that you're getting bigger, faster, stronger. So here we are, here in the 7th. Thronberg 1 for 3. Sumner out there trying to close this thing down. Sumner technically in line for the W. Lead was gained while he was the pitcher of record. So 1-2 count here to Trevor Thronberg. Again, just recently graduated from Patton. And there's a hard single up the middle, keeping this ball game alive. So tying run is aboard. Go-ahead run coming to the plate. That's Cohen Christian, 2 for 3 with an RBI on the day.
Single by Thornburg brings up number 11, Cohen Christian.
So Cohen Christian, the batter here. Looks like Asheville running through their bunt sequences here, looking for it, looking for the sacrifice. Sumner delivers. It is a bunt. And that ball will roll foul, so they got to do it again.
I mean, Christian, he's hitting the ball well today, but, you know, trying to play the safe game, play the numbers, move that runner into scoring position as Aaron Duncan on deck. Big pitch coming up here, 1-1. See if the bunt's still on. Harvey in on the grass at third. Holbrook holding the runner at first closely. Make sure that runner's okay after that slide back in the bag there. So again, Cone Christian here. Let's see if he squares the bunt. He does. That bunt is carbon copy down the line. Foul again.
I think that's him trying to put it down like right on the line or trying to keep it away from the pitcher.
He's got the right idea. It's just, now he's got 2 strikes though, you know. One-two delivery coming from Sumner. Runner is off. Throw down. He's dead in the water. Not quite sure what the call was there. But Thronberg caught stealing. And now there's nobody on base. So Christian's still up there. 2-2 count. With that tie and run, you got to protect it with everything you got. Swing and a pop foul. Out of play. See Sumner going back from the windup now. Full count delivery, swing and a miss. So Christian goes down swinging. Now down to their final outs, Aaron Duncan. Actually, we're going to have a pinch hitter here.
Now batting number 14, third baseman, Rhett Houston.
So this is Rhett Houston now, pinch hitting for Duncan. So Duncan ends his day 0 for 2. He had a hit by a pitch and a run scored. Ball's popped up. It's got to be back into the stands. People got to watch themselves, and hits the bleachers. So Sumner working hard here in these final 3 innings. Hasn't been the prettiest of innings, but he's working through it. Had a clean 5th. The 6th inning gave up the 3 runs. There was a couple errors in that inning. I think it was only 1 earned run. We'll see, I'll go back through the books. Trying to close it out here. Actually, he's up for the win.
Contact.
So I think I'm looking back at the box score correctly. I think all those earned or those runs in the 6 were unearned versus Sumner. Because you had the K to lead it off, then you had the hit by pitch, then you had an E4, then you had the single, but that E4 is what allowed a run to score on it because of the advancement. Swing and a miss. That's it. Strike 3, so closes it down. So we'll give you some box scores here in just a minute. Start reviewing this game action a little bit to figure out who our player of the game should be. All right, so first some box scores for Burke County. Zeb Kuhn in the leadoff spot was 0 for 4. Mason Moss, hey, it's good to see you. I'll see y'all. Take care.
Mason Mostel was 1 for 3 with a run, a hit by pitch. Maddox, the younger brother, 1 for 3 with a walk, 2 RBIs and a run. Caden Michaels, 2 for 4 with a 3-run homer, so it's 3 RBIs and 2 runs for him. Trevor Thronberg was 2 for 4. Cohen Christian, 2 for 4 with an RBI. Aaron Duncan, 0 for 2 with a hit by pitch and a run scored. Rhett Houston there, 0 for 1. Zach Carson, 0 for 3 with a run. And Cannon Morrison was 2 for 3 with an RBI and a run scored. Cohen Christian worked 4 2/3 inning, gave up 4 runs on 8 hits, 2 strikeouts, 2 walks. Shook 1 inning in relief, gave up 3 runs. I think only one of them was earned. Had 1 strikeout and 5 walks. Nolan Ballard came on in relief and worked the final inning and a third, 1.1 innings. Make sure his line looks right here. He had a hit batter, a K, 2 hit batters, walk, 2 Ks, no runs, no hits. So no hits, no runs, 2 Ks for Ballard. I thought Ballard looked pretty good, to be honest. I think there's something there with that pitcher. All right, now for your Cardinals, Braylon Thompson, 2 for 5, 2 runs, 2 stolen bases. JoJo Brown, 1 for 3 with a double, 2 runs and 2 walks. Boone Carver, 0 for 3 with a walk and a hit by pitch. Ty Aycock, 2 for 5, 2 RBIs, 2 runs and a stolen base. Maddox Wright, 1 for 4. Jackson Pavone, 1 for 2 with a double, RBI, run and a walk. Cole Holbrook, 1 for 1, 3 walks and an RBI. Jake Harvey, 0 for 2, hit by pitch, a sac, bunt, and an RBI. Zeke Atwaters, 1 for 3, sac fly, RBI, run, and a stolen base. On the bump, Grayson Payne, 4 innings pitched, 7 hits, 4 earned runs, 5 strikeouts and a walk, no decision. Tristan Sumner earns the win. Goes 3 innings. I want to say it was 3 runs, but all of them were unearned, I believe. He walked nobody, but he hit 2. And they struck out 1, 2, 3, 4 batters. And allowed, how many hits did you give up? 1, 2, 3 hits. Well, player of the game, I think we know who it's going to be. You want me to announce it when I get out there?
Yeah. I mean, you can talk about it now. It's okay.
Well, it's tough. It's like a team win, but we're going to go ahead and give Ty Aycock the player of the game, 2 for 5, 2 RBIs, 2 runs, and a stolen base. Nice job. You know, he kept them in the game early. It may not have been the flashiest line, but it was a team effort. Everybody doing a little bit. What number is Ty wear? He's number 9. He's a 2026, and he is DH tonight, typically a catcher. But again, he was 2 for 5 with 2 ribbies, the 2 run scores, just a run producer tonight. The stolen base, just allowing things to get done. Shout out to Tristan Sumner as well, earning the win. 3 innings, 3 runs, 0 earned, I believe. 2 hit batters, the 3 hits, the 4 Ks. Let's go grab, let's see, we'll do Pavone had the 1 big hit. Holbrook gets called up, does pretty good here, taking walks. Let's see. We'll do Pavone, Holbrook, Aycock, and I might grab Braylon too, see if he's talkative tonight. So I'm going to grab the new mics. I'll hand it over to Hunter here, and I'm bringing my Papas and Beer readout with me. So I'll be back in a couple minutes.
Well, Baseball University of the Blue Ridge is proud to support local businesses. Thank you again to all of tonight's sponsors, wonderful group of local businesses and organizations from right here in Western North Carolina. We couldn't bring you the American Legion Baseball streaming series and Area 4 coverage without them. Thank you again to Papas and Beer, Authentic Mexican Grill of Hendersonville on Outdoors, CamWood Bats, Florida America of Gastonia and Kings Mountain, Owen Joseph, Atlantic Bay Mortgage Group, AC Reynolds Booster Club, Nova X Kinectics, BF Stepp Electrical Co., Blue Devil Athletic Booster Club, Carolina Pack and Go, Chad McMahon State Farm Insurance, House of Power, Quality Home Consultants, Stepp Physical Therapy, and the Western North Carolina Driving School. For the best coverage and content of Western North Carolina baseball, please visit our Patreon at patreon.com/bbuniversitywnc. Here you'll find conference previews, preseason and playoff predictions, power rankings, players of the week, podcast, highlight films, and much more. Memberships start at $1, and all the money raised stays right here in Western North Carolina. Stay connected on social media with Baseball University of the Blue Ridge. Like and subscribe on YouTube at youtube.com/@bbuniversitywnc. Like us on Facebook at Baseball University of the Blue Ridge. Follow us on X, formerly known as Twitter, and Instagram at bbuniversitywnc. And check out our website over at baseballu.org. That's baseball and the letter U.org.
Make sure that you got my number and vice versa. Leave yours. We're definitely love to talk. Eastburg, man, we gotta see Eastburg. Yeah, write it down. I'm gonna go interview these guys real quick.
Asheville Post 70 improves to 4-2 in Area 4 and 6-2 overall on the season, while Burke County Post 21 falls to 0-5 Area 4 and on this season as well. I don't think we have any scores in chat, but if you are watching from another Area 4 or North Carolina Legion, you want your score read out loud, please drop it in the chat or send us a text message. For those like me who have been anxiously watching the Georgia-Texas game, as I'm doing this broadcast as well, the Dogs are up 1-0 in top of 6. Going to get Ryan with a couple of the guys. Our Papas and Beer player of the game, Mr. Ty Acock, had a good night. Get you his stat line again: 2 for 5, 2 runs, 2 ribbies, and a stolen base. Again, big team win for Asheville Post 70 after going down 3-0 on that Caden Michaels House of Power big swing of the game. Battled back, scored 8. Yeah, we got Ryan good here. So I'm going to let y'all get on the Pops and Beer player of the game interview. So
I'm tired, you know what I'm saying? So let's go. We'll start with Cole. Ready? All right. So we're gonna try to go quick today because we got North Henderson camp in the morning. I'm a little long-winded in these interviews, but Cole, rookie, did you ask for the ball after your first career hit? No. So anyway, Cole, we were talking about you on the broadcast a little bit. Got the call, right? A couple guys out of town. Intimidated at all getting the call for Senior Legion? How'd you feel when you realized you're coming up to the bigs?
I was excited. I wasn't intimidated. I know I'm good enough to compete with these guys. It's nothing different I've seen in high school, just all guys.
Yeah, seeing the ball really well tonight. 3 walks, got the RBI walk. Anything in particular? Do you just feel like you're seeing the ball better? Because I know I talked to you during the high school season. I think you got offensive tools, but you weren't happy with your performance this year. So do you feel like tonight seeing the ball better, turning the corner on the offensive side?
I think in high school I was still seeing the ball well. I was still getting on base pretty often, just not hitting the ball well. I've started finding that this summer. Finally able to get the ball, low line drives, just past the infielders.
Yeah, we don't even know if y'all won your Junior Legion game tonight without y'all. Y'all playing at North Henderson. So, But hey, learn anything from these guys tonight? Did you feel like you like the idea of being around kind of like an all-star squad and just seeing like the best of the best?
Yeah, it's pretty nice. Just learning these guys' mentality. It's a lot different than Junior Legion. Some of them are a lot more serious.
Well, your first Legion player is just getting undressed in the middle of the taking belts off. He's ready to get on the bus. So, all right, let's get Braylon in here. This is gonna be quick. I can tell Braylon don't talk too much. I would talk to Braylon every once in a while. Good to see you again during the college recruiting. And be like, hey, what's up?
Yeah.
Just proud of you, man. You see the ball very well. Scored 2 runs tonight, 2 hits on base 3 times. You've been first time doing Legion, but like kind of tell the people a little bit about like
just the baseball journey for you the last couple of years. Football guy, and now you're turning the corner, going to play college ball. Like, where's this thing going, bro? You're pretty good at the game.
Yeah, I mean, well, I didn't play my freshman year or any middle school. I just started sophomore year. I was on JV, and I mean, it was JV, so I mean, it's not that important. So junior year was
Don't
really
tell Coach Lindsay that.
Junior year was really my first like ever baseball experience.
Yeah. I mean, you see the ball really well. Every time you get on base, speed kills. Sometimes you scare me out there. I just see you like staring at the action while you're running. And I'm like, see, I was too slow to worry about looking. But what do you feel right now is the key to this team's success? Started off a little slow. Now you're rolling 3 wins in a row. Like, what has changed since like the loss to I think it was Hickory, right? We lost to Hickory and lost the Post 82. What's been the biggest difference the last week or so?
I really think it's our speed on the base paths. We really move around, steal bases, and get runs that we shouldn't have.
Chaos tonight. You had Zeke stealing third there. That was awesome.
Yeah,
so
I think that's really the success.
All right. Well, I know Coach Lindsay's at state games. You weren't here to see it tonight, but it was good seeing you again. I ain't gonna make you talk too much. Let's throw Pavone in here. Mr. JP, big hit. Tied the game up with the double. I don't know what you're doing out there at second base a little bit, but, it's all good. You made a big name for yourself pitching the last year, but I think some people forget that you're a very good hitter.
Yes, sir.
Take us into the offensive approach tonight in that at-bat. Big double. You got the runner. I think Ty was on first base when you hit that.
Yep.
So take me through the sequence. Were you looking for anything in particular there?
Not really. I was just trying to hit a hard line drive.
Got a little elevated. I'll say at first I thought he might have had a ride on it.
I thought it did too.
Are you pitching in this tournament coming up? The North Carolina South Carolina one? No,
I'm pitching next week.
Okay, all right. Well, I was gonna say big year at Wesleyan, getting your feet wet on and the college life.
Yeah.
What from the college experience do you feel you've been able to bring back to these guys for year 2?
Just the energy and how the team picks each other up. I mean, it's completely different in college than it is in high school, for sure.
I feel like everybody's growing up a little bit.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
That's good.
Yeah.
Well, hey, man, I still think you're a two-way guy. I know Coach Clifton's got to be loving that.
Yes,
a lot of times people get their first knock with the pitching, but you go back in this fall and you just keep showing them, like, hey, I got this left-handed swing y'all need.
Yes, sir.
All right,
yes, sir.
Let's go with Sumner next. It was good seeing you.
Of course.
Hey, we've been talking to you a little bit, I think my wife was laughing at me at the last interview because I think I was just like, hey, you ain't the player of the game, but you did great. I was just like so tired that day. I don't think any of those runs were earned. Got a little messy there in that second inning of work. But tell me again, like, how's it feel to be in that closer position?
It's definitely new, but I'm liking it a lot, especially to be able to rally the energy for the team. It's fun.
Yeah, man, fastball's riding a little bit tonight. You're hitting them batters again, but like I told you the other night, it's okay. Because your stuff, your confidence looks so much stronger. Payne pitched pretty well. When you came into the game as a tie game, do you feel a little different? Because again, now save tonight is the win for you. So do you feel a little different in that position? Like, oh, I don't have a lead to protect yet.
Not really, especially when it's that early in the game. You just got to trust your offense to be able to score some runs. So I trust my team. I trust that, if I work into the late innings, we're going to have the lead and be able to pull out the win.
Boy, well, they're lucky to have you in that closer spot, man. Y'all look real good. It's 3 good wins in a row. That ain't a bad Burke County team. They're 0-5, but that's the best team they've had on paper in a minute. So, well, it was a tough choice for player of the game. We were looking through the box scores. This young man kept you in the game. So hand that off to Ty Aycock. What's up, Ty? I know I got to get you on the bus here. It's getting lonely out here. It's just you and me sitting on an empty field. So, again, there's some big hits. But just like falling behind, I'm sure it's a shock. Oh, shoot, we're down 4-1 here to Burke. You guys got to feel like, hey, we feel we're better than this team. Just slow and steady, cutting away at the lead. What are you trying to do in those ABs? Anything in particular?
Honestly, I'm just trying to advance the runner, do my job every at bat. I mean, getting the RBIs, that's just a plus. I'm just trying to put a ball in play, see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, you're one of the best offensive catchers coming out of that 26 class. We know you can bang it. You and Boone sharing the catching duties. Is it nice to have a DH day? You love catching.
I just like being in the game personally.
Absolutely.
So.
I just didn't know. I'm old, so my knees hurt. I figured sometimes you see DH, you're like, oh, thank God.
I mean, it's definitely nice to have another good catcher, but I mean, with high school this year, I was pretty much all over the place. Didn't really catch that much.
You're at short a little bit.
Yeah.
Who's taking over for you at Anchor?
Cord Moody. He's a upcoming sophomore.
I feel like you mentored him pretty well.
Yeah.
Now you were the mentor, like you were the guy in Anka. Now you're in this dugout with some of these older kids. Do you feel like you're back in like a learning spot with them and looking up to any of them?
Not necessarily. I mean, I've played up my whole life, so I just feel like I belong with the team and just feel like I play with everybody well.
This is a good group, man. So, well, look, banged it out here 2 for 5. So you're the Papas and Beer of Hendersonville, player of the game. So we're going to find a picture of you. I think I got you a picture of you like swinging the bat or something. So we're going to get that flyer made up. But, you know, just reminding you, Ty likes eating at California influenced Mexican cuisine, Papas and Beer, right? Favorite spot?
I mean, when El Chap's right around the corner on Smoky Park, it's kind of a hard choice between the two.
Oh my gosh, you got to shout out Papas and Beer for the broadcast.
I mean, they're good. But I mean, El Chap's was our place over at Inca. I can't say anything.
It's all good. Hey, go catch up with your guys. I appreciate you, man. Player of the game. I'll come find you something. I'm still trying to talk to you. Getting these tacos or burritos. All right, well, hey, that's our broadcast down here in Burke County. Hand it back to Hunter. We appreciate everybody coming out tonight. And a reminder, get the Papas and Beer. All right. What's up?
Don't bend my cards.
Your cards. All right. Let me come around and meet you.
Baseball University of the Blue Ridge, thank you for tuning into the American Legion streaming series presented by Papas and Beer, authentic Mexican grill of Hendersonville. From Morganton, North Carolina at historic Shuey Park, this has been coverage of North Carolina American Legion Area 4 baseball, where Asheville Post 70 defeats Burke County Post 21 by a score of 8-7.